Pinnacle batch, Titan batch, and the comprehensive current affairs batch. Please confirm whether the audio and video is clear. Hitler, Dharani, Ayaz, Anjali, Shanu, Pinky, Ravishankar, Agnes, Bubbly, Simran, Prashant, Chachi Mishra, Action Hub, Priyam, Aditya, Shivi, Bhumi Jain, Arihar Sudan, Priyam, Payal, Haifa. All right, people. I'm fantastic, Kamal. Thank you for asking. So, let us look into the topics here. I've presented things in a tabular format here for the simple reason that obviously too many topics. So that is how we are going to see. There are actually 5 tables. Couldn't enter the 5th one. Table 1, Constitution, Law, Governance, Justice. Table 2, Internal Security, Digital Governance and Identity. Table 3, Economy, Foreign Policy, Defense. Table 4, Environment, Climate and Natural Resources. In addition to that, I have inserted images wherever necessary, wherever possible, so as to communicate certain data-oriented current affairs here. The fact of the matter is, apparently, few airports in our country are going to get privatized. 11 airports have been selected. 25 airports will be privatized. How many numbers are remaining, that we need not go into. Alright, 25 airports have been selected for what? Privatization. Then, what is the purpose here? Larger purpose here. The purpose is actually National Monetization Pipeline. What is National Monetization Pipeline? National Monetization Pipeline simply means we are renting out or leasing out government assets to private players. Private players will run it, private players will manage it, government will simply collect a fees from them, money from them, a lease amount or a rent. You are not selling it out outrightly to them. Understand that in National Monetization Pipeline, there is no selling. There is no transfer of ownership. It's only operations. Operations will be given to a private player. Government, bus, sit back and chillax. Now, when I say operations of airport, please understand again, it is not that security we will privatize. No, security will be still managed by whom? Central Industrial Security Force. CISF or CRPF, however is necessary. Generally, it is CISF. This is the logic. Under National Monetization Pipeline, what is the target? 6 lakh crore. Over what? Financial year 2022 for financial year 2025. That means basically it will get over this March, April. Under airport sector, what is the target? 20,782 crore. That is the target that we need to achieve. So far, where do we stand with this 6 lakh crore target? We have achieved nearly 88.3%. That is 5.3 lakh crore has already been generated within 3 years' time. That means goes without saying National Monetization Pipeline is actually a success. Got the point here, people? Clear? Moving on to the next data again. When did this airport privatization begin? That also we need to know. Began in 2003. These images are basically to do with which and all airports we started off with, etc. Then the main data. What percentage of population actually uses aircraft for traveling? It is just 6%. So 6% is the number of people who are traveling. 6 lakh crore is the target under National Monetization Pipeline. Around 88% has been achieved. 25 airports is going to be privatized. Done. This is how you do data. You pick the numbers in such a way that you can somewhere or somehow recall it. Got the point here? I agree, maybe by the end of week or end of this class, you will forget it. But somewhere you will have a clarity. Nah, it is less than 10% of the population who actually uses air travel. That is the reason again why this is not a major issue. Oh my God, Indigo. We were all, newspapers were crying, oh my God, this is crony capitalism, this, that, etc. But why it didn't create any major jhatka as such? 6%. In that 6% again, do you think all the 6% got affected because of Indigo? No. Only whoever were traveling got affected. Others who were not traveling were not at all affected. That's it. Something that is going to affect majority of the population, government will sit up and notice. It is only going to affect a minority. Why will they even bother? Got the point here? India currently has 163 airports. 50 new airports will be required in the next 5 years. That is by 2030-31. By 2026, India will be handling around 550 million passengers, which will eventually rise to around 850 million. It is expected from 55 crore to it will go to 85 crore in the next 5-6 years. Chances are there. Got the point here? See, some data you can write down. Data noting down is never a bad deal. Noting down data. Got the point? Noting down data is always good. There is nothing wrong with it. But I don't want you to write full sentences from articles or from the editorials. Because that is somebody else's opinion. You have the data now with you. Based on the data, you can come to a conclusion. Got the point here? It is not a critical sector that will affect the majority of the population. And let us be very honest. The 6% of the population, do you really think they will stand in the queue to vote? Absolutely not. Got the point here? Your picture using idea is actually so good. It is good, Tani ji. The only problem is it will take time to generate it. That is the point. Even though it is ChatGPT, I agree. ChatGPT is like, I should do. You enter 3 data, it will add a 4th data by itself. Or you enter 3 data, it will add 3, it will end only to 1 will go out. Constantly you have to keep reviewing and changing. But that is my headache. But again, just communicating it to you. Now let us see the first table here. The table 1 on Constitution, Law, Governance and Justice. What is this article about? Road accident compensation. So this road accident compensation, again, like I've always told you, when you take down any polity-related article, we don't want general sentences. We want judicial verdicts. Keep it in mind. Judiciary's verdict, from there we need to build our answer. So let us see here. Motor Vehicle Act 1988, Section 168 empowers tribunals to award just compensation. Tribunals for accidents. What are tribunals? Tribunals are courts that are set up for a specific purpose. National Green Tribunal will look into environment. CAT, Central Administrative Tribunal, they will look into your cases. IAS, IPS officers, central government officers, transfer, promotion, suspension. That is basically any administrative matter connecting with an All India service or a central government employee. That will be looked after by CAT. So tribunals are created for specific purposes. Just like that, you have tribunals exclusively to deal with what? Compensation for accident victims. So what they will say? Just compensation should be awarded. In the Sarla Verma versus Delhi Transport Corporation mandated structured multiplier method. That is, this is again a judicial verdict. Sarla Verma versus Delhi Transport Corporation, they basically came with this conclusion that you have to give compensation based on multiplier effect. What is this multiplier effect? Multiplier effect simply means the deceased individuals, the accident victims' income. What was his salary or his or her salary? Age. How much they could have earned. All this you will multiply number of years left in service, put interest, etc., etc. Then you will come to an amount. When you look at it, it sounds very reasonable. Correct? Because from income you can calculate it. But in a country where around 86% of the people who are employed, they belong to the informal sector, how do you get to fix the income? There are housewives also who are part of the care economy. There is no way by which we can find out what is their monthly income. Children, elderly people, that is somebody who is retired and more than 60 years. So how will you even find it out? This is the problem here. Insurance Company Limited versus Pranay Sethi. Standardized amounts for loss of consortium. Loss of consortium, loss of estate and funeral expenses. These three should be considered. What is this loss of consortium? See, when a person dies, it is not that we will give compensation. Compensation will only give some sense of financial stability. I'm not telling it will cover up all financial expenses. No. But what about the presence of that individual? The emotional support, emotional and mental support that you are going to miss out because that person is no more there in your life. Uska kya? That is what comes under consortium. Loss of estate means obviously the loss of property, what assets he could have made probably. The funeral expenses, even these should be included. Kirti versus Oriental Insurance recognized unpaid domestic work also as labor. Got the point? Unpaid domestic work. Clear? English batch is best for you, brother. So that is the logic here. Motor Accident Claims Tribunal, Supreme Court of India, Delhi High Court. These are the three things. So this one is Motor Accident Claim Tribunal. The first one. Sarla Verma versus Delhi Transport Corporation. That is Supreme Court. And finally, you have Kirti versus Oriental Insurance, Delhi High Court. Clear? Compensation calculated as annual income into age-based multiplier plus fixed rates. Income-based hierarchy disadvantages children, homemakers and informal workers through notional income. Section 147 mandates unlimited insurance liability, but income anchors valuation. That is, there is a rule actually which says that Section 147, as per this Motor Vehicles Act, the insurance amount is unlimited. But the fact of the matter here is because you bring income into the question, it puts an anchor. Anchor means what? It fixes a value. There is no income, it's difficult to calculate. And it is then finally left to whom? Discretion of the judge in question. The judge is having a big heart, he will sign a huge amount. He will release a huge amount. The judge is somebody like, doesn't care. Okay, only this much, leave. Then that will be the end of it. Railways Act provides a uniform rupees 8 lakh per passenger death. Carriage by Air Act 1972 provides fixed compensation, concerns under Article 14 equality and Article 21 dignity. So the point here is because Railways actually gives 8 lakh flat as compensation. Even aircraft, passenger aircraft, even there also, it's a flat compensation. That is not there for road accidents. Obviously, right, because each accident, it is different. There, it is largely like it is not the people's fault. Correct? It is not the passenger's fault. But in accident cases, generally, if you see, yes, the person who is driving it, it will be generally his or the opposite person's fault. We never know. So, to actually decide a compensation is never going to be easy. One methodology what Delhi High Court Motor Accident Claims Annuity Deposit System has brought in is what they are doing is the amount will be deposited in an account. But from there, monthly only the amount will be disbursed. Monthly disbursal. Monthly, a small amount will go monthly. Electronically. So that the amount reaches the victim correctly. Good system. But it still doesn't answer the fact that violation of Article 14, that is right to equality. Because accident victims are being treated unequally based on their income, their age. Correct. Number 2, by doing that discrimination, you are denying their right to life and to lead a life with dignity. Article 21. Especially for their survivors. Got it? I have the point is, let me tell you, editorial again and again people keep asking me. I am telling you, see, editorials are at the end of the day another individual's opinion. Got the point here? Whoever gives an opinion, it should be based on fact. If fact is not there, there is no point in taking that opinion. Please understand that. Any opinion should be based on data as far as a civil servant is concerned. You open your mouth, you pick your pen to write an answer, it should be based on data. If you look at my structuring also, it is always in that manner. Clear? Moving on. Again, very quickly. Swachh Bharat mission launched in 2014. Okay. What was the target there? The target was 12 crore, more than 12 crore rural household toilets were constructed. Yes, huge success. All villages declared themselves open defecation free, ODF, open defecation free. That means no more people are going publicly and releasing stuff. That is the idea. Great. But we understood merely constructing toilets is not enough. We need to take it one more step further because 814 million urban population it will be by 2050. 814 million roughly means 81 crore. That means easily more than 50% of the population will be in cities by then. There will be more number of cities, obviously. More and more cities will pop up. There is no doubt about it. So that 81 crore, if you see, it is the same 81 crore which is there for what? National Food Security Mission. Remember, one number but two data. Currently, it is 81 crore under National Food Security Mission, correct? By 2050, it is expected that lot of people will be lifted out from poverty. And in cities, you will be having 81 crore people surviving. Now, how are you going to manage things there? ODF plus, that is the next thing that we have initiated. What is that? Solid waste management, liquid waste management, behavioral change, sanitation service chain. Solid waste, liquid waste, sewage, seepage, all of that. Behavioral change. Behavioral change means not to throw garbage openly on the road. To ensure that recycling of waste is done. Sanitation service chain means you are taking the sewage, you are processing it, even from septic tank, you are sucking it out, you are processing it, you are converting it into very less harmful format, and then you are discharging it into the river or the seas. That is the idea here. It simply means end-to-end waste processing. Got the logic here? As of October 25, 5.68 lakh villages, nearly 97% of India's villages have been declared ODF. So, this thing, ODF plus. 97% villages, ODF plus. Done. Arihar Sudan, who is this sports tube? See, let me tell you, English as a batch is provided. I agree. I have no problems. But you really want to improve your vocabulary, you want to push yourself means choose English language. Reason is, you are ultimately going to write the exam in English. Two options are there. You want to improve, push yourself, get out of your comfort zone. Or you can continue taking the English batch. There is nothing wrong with it. But get into an English batch, get used to the words because UPSC year on year is increasing the toughness of the vocabulary. Keep it in mind. UPSC will never bring their level down. Year on year, you look at the question paper. The questions are getting increasingly tough to understand, not to write. Tough to understand. Push your limits, get outside your comfort zone. That is what I would suggest. You're weak in something, make it strong. Suspension of sentence, Uttar Pradesh, Delhi. And the suspension of sentence is again with regard to the Unnao rape case. Now, what was the logic here of suspending that sentence and giving him bail? Delhi High Court's logic. What are the outstanding Supreme Court rulings? Let us look into both. First thing, Code of Criminal Procedure. What are the rules? Code of Criminal Procedure 1973, which is now Section 389, Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita. 2023. Section 430 permits suspension during appeal. That means this particular law is there. Suspension during appeal. That simply means Lower court gave a punishment. Okay. I am appealing it in High Court. I am the advocate. I am appealing for that person in the High Court. The appeal is still being considered there. Till a final judgment comes out of the appeal, the sentence will be suspended. Sentence will be suspended means it is not being carried out. Mind you, it is not about he is being set free. Chal bhai, ja beta ja jeele apni zindagi. That is not the point. Got the point here? That is not at all the point. Conviction remains as it is. Now the question is the sentence. The period of the punishment, the conviction. How long you will be, that person should be in jail. So here the idea is, till a final verdict comes, this person need not go and sit inside jail. Let the High Court decide or let the Supreme Court decide. Aspirants have to become Shashi Tharoor, sister. I always keep telling you need not become Shashi Tharoor. It is not at all necessary. My English, does it look like Shashi Tharoor? Shashi Tharoor, if he is sitting in Delhi, I am sitting in Kanyakumari. That is how different, like chalk and cheese difference is there. I am speaking absolutely ordinary English. Make no doubt about it. Short sentences, when you repeatedly use it, it will sound to the rest of the world that your English is good. That's all. Coming back now. So the point here is what? Sentence is getting suspended, not the conviction. So is this legal? Absolutely yes. Sentence can be suspended. But in this particular case, again, if you see, Supreme Court has given certain verdicts. What are those? In the Bhagwan Rama Shinde Gosai versus State of Gujarat, held that in that, what did Supreme Court say? Suspension is normal for fixed term sentences. First point. That means suspension of sentences should be carried out only where a definite term is given. This person is imprisoned for 5 years, for 7 years, 10 years, 3 years, 1 year. Only in such cases, suspension of sentences has to be carried out. Not in this particular case. In this particular case, what was the punishment given to this ex-MLA? Life imprisonment till death. Till his end of his natural life, he should be jailed. $1 million question is, see, if it was a High Court of Kerala that would have given him suspension of sentence, I could have understood. Thinking that no, High Court of Kerala did not know about Supreme Court ruling. You are in Delhi. Your Delhi High Court. Supreme Court is also there in Delhi. Being the High Court, the least that you can do is check the judicial precedents. Supreme Court also need to pull up all the high courts of the country and tell them that you are going to abide by the judgments of the Supreme Court until and unless we change it or we review it. This is a standard ruling. So if I was the High Court judge, I would have quoted this and I would have told suspension will not apply here. You have to start doing your jail term. Don't come with such frivolous petitions here. You are accused of, you are convicted of rape. Not even accused, you are convicted of rape. Punishment that we will see. But meanwhile, you go and sit in jail. That is what I would have said. But obviously. Next thing. Kashmira Singh versus State of Punjab cautioned against the next case. What did the next case say? Cautioned against injustice from prolonged incarceration. Delhi High Court judge actually quoted this ruling, telling that for a long time if somebody is in jail, that is injustice. Arey, he did not fight for our freedom. He has raped a girl, a small girl, using his power as an MLA. Conviction has been upheld. 7 years he was in jail. So, prolonged incarceration if he is in jail. The logic was this much. What if tomorrow he has filed an appeal, right? What if the sentence comes down and he has already completed 7 years? So, What if, his punishment comes down? He has already completed 7 years and we are pushing him further into jail. That will be an injustice. He was raped. She lost her father. She lost her aunt. Multiple times an attempt on her life was met. But none of this. It just like that movie, Ishq, old one, Amir Khan, Ajay Devgan. There was this guy, right? Sometimes that is how the judiciary behaves in our country. Taking it further forward, Shivani Tyagi versus State of UP held that long incarceration alone insufficient for life sentences. Now comes the next part. Latest ruling from 2024. In that, very clearly, again Supreme Court has said, if punishment is life imprisonment, you cannot give that the person was already in jail for 7 years. Now again you have to put him in jail. You cannot give that as a reason. He has done a crime worthy of life imprisonment. So he should be in jail. You cannot suspend the sentence. Got the point here? This is the logic. So Supreme Court rulings are there. Delhi High Court judge, I don't know what was he even thinking. Gave a verdict to her, let him go. And the next comedy is what? We know that you are scared, etc. But just because there may be a threat, we cannot put this guy in jail. Got the point? There may be a threat. For that reason, we cannot put now. Maybe a threat just because a probability is there. Like basic common sense, basic level of empathy missing in Indian judiciary, unfortunately. Chote Lal Yadav versus State of Jharkhand required palpable trial error suggesting acquittal. Means what? When you are suspending a sentence of an individual, that is, let us say I am the High Court judge. This case comes to me. If I am suspending his sentence and telling, okay, till appeal is over, his sentence is suspended. If I am giving it, there should be a strong reason for it. And what is the reason? At the trial stage, that is at the lower court stage, some gross error should have happened. These are all Supreme Court standing rulings. Got the point here? During appeal, Lavanya convicted. Please understand. That is why I told you initially. Appeal when you are filing. He filed an appeal against, when you file, he is filing an appeal against the punishment given, the quantum of punishment given to him. Conviction stands there. There is no doubt. Conviction remains as it is. There is no doubt at all. It is against the sentencing that he has filed the appeal. Clear? Jamna Lal versus State of Rajasthan 2025 held minority findings in protection of children from Sexual Offences Act cases cannot be lightly unsettled. Now what is this? This simply means you cannot take some minor technical clauses in the POCSO Act and then somehow give a bail to the convict or even to the accused. See, POCSO is very, very, very clear. You have sex with an underage individual, there is no bail, you will be arrested, you will be thrown to jail. And it will be considered as statutory rape. Consent was there, consent was not there. The law is very clear. But what is the issue here? POCSO Act does not define who is a public servant. It does not define it very clearly. Under actual definition of POCSO Act, if I take it up word for word, if you take, there is no mention of MLA, MP, minister in that entire act. Citing that act, the judge said, MLA is not a public servant. Any student of polity, any decent student of polity who has sat in a polity class will be telling you, you are ultimately a representative for a constituency, means you are supposed to do a seva there. You are automatically a public servant there. So POXO Act itself, in that act itself, they have said, where things are not clear, where the definitions, etc. are not clear, what do? You read it along with other acts. Other acts means like Criminal Procedure Code. Under Criminal Procedure Code, by the definition of public servant, is MLA a public servant? Yes. You're supposed to read both the acts together. Did the Delhi High Court judge do that? That also he didn't do. Gave bail. Aram se. Thank God Supreme Court immediately intervened. With more such cases, what we are seeing is the inept quality of Indian judiciary. Nowadays, internet is there, media is there. We are getting to know about the Wahyad logic with which they are actually releasing culprits. Where each and every time Supreme Court comes to the rescue to save whatever little bit of name is there or aura is there associated with the credibility of Indian judiciary. Supreme Court intervened, immediately reversed, and everybody like, okay, we solved the matter. Now it died because he's back in jail. Everybody kept quiet. But don't you think High Court should have better standard? People even today give credit to the BJP party for actually what? Manipur conflict. But whoever have sat in my class, I have already told you, Manipur conflict started from where? Who initiated the spark? A High Court verdict in Manipur. One High Court verdict started the whole riot. What punishment was given to the judge? He was just transferred from one High Court to the next High Court. Clean. Manipur is still burning. Exactly. Justice Yashwant Verma case. So with all these incidents, what we are seeing is judiciary in India is actually becoming like a dash and a dash and a dash. You can fill it up with whatever you want. Supreme Court of India, Delhi High Court. Suspension halts punishment but does not erase guilt. This is to answer the question what Lavanya or Lavia, I'm not sure. In life imprisonment cases, suspension is exceptional and requires objective assessment of gravity and likelihood of acquittal. That means, if an individual has been convicted of a crime and that person has been awarded life imprisonment, if you are going to suspend the person's sentence, what should you do? You should actually see, is there any chance that this person can get acquitted? Because you looked into the evidences and you feel this evidence, everything is botched up. There is no logic in this. Then you can suspend the sentence. When the evidence is so strong, the material evidence, the the witness statements, everything is so strong. On what basis are you even giving it off? Got the point here? आपकी आवाज बीच में बंद हो जाता है. Anybody facing this issue? What happened to that High Court judge after this? Nothing, Bhumi. If you or any one of you does any one of this nonsense, that is as an IAS or IPS officer, if you trigger a riot or something, which is running for more than a year, trust me, you're going to get dismissed from the service. Dismissal, nothing less than that. Probably jail time. All right. Later, Gopal Havaldar. Moving on. So our dear Delhi High Court judge quoted a very new ruling. What is that? A ruling from 1984, 41 years ago. Vareva. Even before I was born. R.S. Nayak versus A.R. Antule, 1984 held. Legislators are not public servants unless statute includes them. Statute means the law includes them. This is what he said. As per this ruling, he's not a public servant, so he won't come under the definition. Independent Thought versus Union of India adopted purposive interpretation to protect minors. Attorney General for India versus Satish rejected narrow skin-to-skin interpretation. What are these? Purposive means, see, understand, ultimately you are here to protect protect the dignity of a child. Got the point here? Dignity of a child's future. That is the purpose here. It is not to save the convict. It is to protect the victim. Victim, again, as per today's zaman of political correctness, we shouldn't say victim. We should use survivor. Whatever. That is the purpose. That is what? Who said? Purposive interpretation in Independent Thought versus Union of India, 2017. Attorney General for India versus Satish rejected narrow skin-to-skin interpretation. Kamlesh, it is not like that. Where I want to twist the law, I will quote the case to suit my interest. Now, simple common sense. 1984 case he knew to quote. He didn't know the cases which had come in 2024, 2025, 2 cases in 25, 1 case in 24. These 3 cases he was like, like a guy from Ishq movie. Got the point? These cases he didn't know, but something which is probably, not probably, definitely 41 years ago, that he remembered. Coming to the next point, narrow skin-to-skin contact. What was this? This was again another brilliant ruling from a Bombay High Court. That is, if the breast of a woman is grabbed outside the fabric, that is, cloth is there, like this, if it is grabbed, skin-to-skin contact is not there. It was only skin to cloth or fabric. It is not molestation. Wow. Therefore, we are letting this person go. We are acquitting him. This was the ruling given. Supreme Court again jumped in. Reversed it. Now the person is in jail. And put the person back in jail again. How many more times high courts of our country will keep committing blunder and Supreme Court will keep intervening to save the image? Whatever little bit of image is remaining, how many times will they do it? Supreme Court, rather than taking this active interest in, other matters, stray dog, this, that, etc., it would be better if they first try to pull up all the high courts, conduct a conference, get all the judges and tell them, listen, get yourself updated. These are the standard rulings. Get things in order. It is single integrated judiciary. Supreme Court's orders, directions are binding on high courts and all the lower courts of our country. High time they did that. Got the point here? Absolutely. Yashwant case, in his house, they found burnt currency. That is, fire happened. Fire occurred in Justice Verma's house. Firefighters came. They did water fighting, everything. Then they found a sack. They opened the sack. It was filled with burnt currency notes, 200 rupees notes. Then immediately the firefighters called their superior. They came in. They recorded a video. When Justice Verma was asked, he was like, hey, I am seeing it for the first time. How did it reach here? I have no idea. Like that, he reacted. An internal committee was set up by Supreme Court to find out. And even that committee found out that he is guilty. But they have not released the findings yet. Got the point here? As if on cue. After this Justice Verma's incident happened, generally, if you notice, most of the verdicts given by the judiciary are pro-government. Got the point here? That is the reason. Clear? This is the point. Kindly take in English. I am taking in English only. Don't worry. See what? Please understand. To the non-Hindi speaking population, if I say something in Hindi, it is nothing important. Please understand. It is not, oh my God, sir said a valid point in Hindi. That's it. Now I will not clear UPSC. It is sarcasm. It is just dark humor or grey humor, however you want to call it. Some things are there which you have to express in that particular language. Getting the point? For example, to my Tamil friends out there, Kadalum Vandiyum. Does it sound good? No. Love and nausea. To the Hindi speaking population, what it means is pyar or ulti. Love and nausea. That's the logic. Clear? Coming back. So again, what are the cases? Then whatever I have told you, this is the whole story of that Unnao case, whatever it is, not relevant from an exam perspective. That is, her aunts died, then her father died in police custody. That is not important. From an exam perspective, it is not important. Yes, sir. Jankari ke liye. To know what was the case. That's it. Clear? Property registration, Bihar, Tamil Nadu. High Court blunder ruling show incompetency. Definitely you write it, no problem. How can I become master in international? Arjun, if you become master in international relation, you will become a faculty. You don't have to be a master. Be a jack of all trades, crack the exam, get lost to Labasna. Unnecessarily don't give competition to the faculties. Okay? Correct? Correct? Exactly. Now property registration. What is this property registration? Property registration, a rule was actually passed in Bihar basically. What was that rule basically? That is when a property is being transferred. Okay, let us say I wrote a property in my son's name. In Bihar I am. I wrote my property in my son's name and then I died. Okay. My son happily goes to the registrar's office because he wants to sell that property. Registrar is like, where is the mutation certificate? My son is like, mutation what? Mutation certificate. He's like, what is that? Mutation certificate will show transfer of, or rather change of owner. Initially it was me, now it has gone to my son. So that transfer of ownership, that certificate should be there. If that certificate is not there, my son cannot sell it, my son cannot use it, my son cannot do anything with it. Basically, it is practically useless. So Bihar government passed such a law. What is the logic behind it? To end all civil disputes. That is, at least from now on, let us create a procedure here, a standard procedure. Whenever you sell a property, you're transferring it, you're gifting it a mutation certificate from the registrar's office. Sounds good? Sounds okay. Judiciary struck it down. Why? Judiciary told that, hello, your job is basically to see who is buying it, who got the gift. Check his credentials. Whether that person can use it or not, that is a matter of civil case. Only judiciary can decide it. You are nobody to decide it. They struck down the law. Like I have told you, in India, basically, civil cases are there which are running for more than 30 years. Grandfather started it. Father is running it. Tomorrow, son also will run it. And probably sometimes when I say for 30 years and all, don't think 30 years means such a big property it will be. It will be one small zameen. Very small. And because it is under dispute, legal dispute, what happens is, surrounding areas nearby it also has lost value. Nobody will invest there. Nobody will come there because they'll be, array, already dispute is there. This property is also near it. Why we need trouble? So finally what happens is, other than making the advocates richer, it will not do anything. But there is no point in telling it because unfortunately in rural India especially, zameen means ye hamara parampara, khandan, zameen, that's what they do. Ultimately what happens? A long legal dispute where there is no end to it. And every time people take it with emotion. Is zameen par mujhe marna hai. Arey, if you are based on your naseeb and your karma, you may probably die even on the road, struck by a lightning, or maybe inside a hospital. With loose motion, you can die. What is this whole idea that yahan par I will die? What is the whole logic here? No logic. Zero logic. Got the point? Certain initiatives have started taking place. States like Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, they are doing digitalization. Now, digitalization is possible in urban areas. Why? Plots. Large land is taken and they cut it into plots. 30, 40, 1200 square feet. 30, 40, that is what it means. 30 into 40 or 40, 60, 2400 square feet. Correctly it is cut out. Everybody knows. Where does it start? Where does it end? Rural area. From that peepal tree to this banyan tree to that mango tree. Mango tree ke opposite one river is there. That river is not counted. This is how they have divided the property. That's it. And they will save an estimate. This will be some 2 acre. That will be some 3 acre. What is 2 acre won't even be 1 acre. What is 3 acre could be probably 5 acre. Got the point here? It is all approximation. That's it. Legal disputes will start. Got the point here? ये जमीन मेरी माँ है, correct? Akbar died due to loose motion. Oh, that is a new information. माँ को नहीं छोड़ सकते हम. Oof. Own birth mother only will leave you and go one day. What zameen are you going to carry? Clear? That is the whole thing about. Coming to dowry. Or transferred Yashwant Verma to Allahabad. Why? Because Soumya Pathak, when you probably prepared for Supreme Court, High Court, etc., what punishments are available against Supreme Court or High Court judges? Just impeachment procedure, which has to be initiated by the Parliament. Other than that, there is no punishment that can be awarded by Supreme Court by law. By law, there is no such provision at all. Got the point here? So one IAS officer told to the truck drivers while they were protesting, तुम लोगों की औकात क्या है? औकात, 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 औकात. People actually made a rap song with it. औकात, औकात. By evening, the video got circulated in the media. By evening, he got his transfer orders. Evening. What are these judges getting? Nothing. Not even a slap on the wrist. It is maximum like, Are pagle, what did you do? Come here. I'll put you in another place. This is the logic. Clear? How much land does a man require? Oh, Aditi is full on. Aditi, what did you have in the evening before starting the class? Anyway, coming to one of the most favorite thing of all the men in India, dowry. Oh, what does it mean? Shwetak. Are pagle means, you silly boy, come here. What did you do? Let me put you in another place. That is what it means. All right. Vivek Dubey, that is because have you ever read a Supreme Court verdict? Once you read a Supreme Court verdict, you will understand why it is kept in English. Got the point here? It is not like how in simple language I am putting it out over here. That wording should be pakka. And in Shuddh Hindi, when you try to do it, the meaning can go either or udhar. That is the problem. English, we are doing it so that there is no confusion with regard to the final verdict. Got the point? Paramilitary forces does not have court-martial proceeding. That will again depend. If you are talking about CISF, CRPF, etc., it says straight away dismissal from service. There is no court-martial and all. Just like Mamuli police, how it is done. Army has a special court exclusively to look into the disciplinary matters of their officials. Clear? How effective? It is not at all effective because dowry actually, if you see, dowry today it is called gift. All the guys who are sitting and watching it, they will now be, no, Satyam Vada, Dharmam Chara, never. I will never take gift. But the moment they crack the service, go and give a speech in one academy, they will be like, sir, one gift before you leave. You will slowly open the gift wrapper and see, Apple, latest Apple. Then you will be like, okay, I liked it. Then they will bring one flat book also, again covered. You will be like, oh, thank you. Slowly you will open it. MacBook. Anything else? Then they will come again with one small. Sir, this is again a small token of our appreciation because you came here and inspired our students. Open that and see some solid notes are there. Gandhi, smiling. All that will be there. Getting the point here. This is the start of corruption. Starting point of corruption starts from there. Because somehow aspirants feel after they crack it, I have spent so much time, I have put in so much of effort. So, banta hai yaar, I have given so much of effort. Let it come. It is okay. So whatever you wrote in the ethics paper, integrity, honesty, everything goes outside the room because it is apple. Even if it is bitten, who cares? A bitten apple has far more value than a full apple in our country. Correct? That is the logic. Just like that, they will go for this gift culture also. Clear? Enda devame. Dowry Prohibition Act 1961 criminalizes dowry. Supreme Court judgment held dowry violates Article 14 and constitutional values of justice, liberty, and fraternity. Very nice to read. But where is it being practiced? Unfortunately, the girls of our batches, whether you crack the service, whether you don't crack the service, you will end up paying gift. Exactly. Actually, I wanted to write an ethics book. But then I started getting scared because whoever wrote an ethics book, they have got jailed. Whoever scored very well for ethics or whoever wrote an ethics book, one or the other way, they have ended up in controversy. So I was like, no need. No need to write it at all. It is a jinxed subject I am feeling. Case involved demands of color television. Ada. Color television. Vareva. Motorcycle and 15,000. Dowry has been disguised as gifts, linked to hypergamy and spread across religions. What is hypergamy? Can anybody tell me? Exactly. Oh. Soumya ji, if you jump from one branch to the other at this rate, how will I crack all the doubts? Oro is come from dowry. They say he give gift for a daughter, not me as dowry. Exactly. See, that is the other thing. Parents have made it one competition match. Hypergamy, can anybody tell me what it is? They made it a competition match actually. This much I gave, this much I gave. Alright. And girls are also no less. Sometimes they'll be like, Papa, Meri saheli ki, what is it, Shadi mein, Shah Rukh Khan came to dance. Can you get Ranveer Singh for my wedding to dance? Got the point here. So it goes on. Peaks up, peaks up, peaks up. Marrying above one's caste. That will be better. Marrying one who has high social status. That is the main idea. So for all the guys out there, probably you will also get good rishta. High status. That is MP, MLA, etc. If he is a 5-time MP, 6-time MLA, etc., etc., don't even think twice. Marry. Because definitely he will have assets. Single daughter. Give her a life. Don't be selfish. Be very big of, Dildar Banja to give her a life. Single daughter. Give her a life. And use the Mercedes Benz, the palatial bungalow, the duplex flat. Use everything. Got the point? Even diesel also for the car. Take it from your father-in-law. Clear, people? This is the logic. I am not comfortable in English. I have heard all sorts of things. Now I am hearing this. Directions to appoint dowry prohibition officers, train police and judiciary. Nothing is going to change. That is the bottom line. Clear? Basically, what is the disturbed area? आप क्या सिखा रहे हैं? They understand my sarcasm. People are like, sir, what are you telling? You're telling to take dowry and bribe and everything. Not at all. I myself have never taken. Trust me. I have not taken a single rupee from my in-laws. Ulta, I share the expenses. Trust me, my ego is very, very high. It is not at all fragile. I have a supremely high ego. So I have never taken it. And I will tell to all the guys out there, jokes aside, if you want respect from your wife for the rest of your life, don't take a single rupee from there. Never question when your wife is going to her home. Never question what money she is sending her home. Never question it. And always tell your wife that your daughter first and wife second. So your parents need you means you're going there. 3 sentences for a happy married life. Got the point here? There are 2 ways to make your partner listen to you. One is ha, hoo, ha. The other one is through gesture. Second one is little teda. Little out of the box. But you follow that, I'm telling you, your wife will listen to you. You won't have to force her for anything. You just have to tell This is my suggestion. He will listen. You don't have to show, I am the man. He knows you are a man because you didn't take 1 rupee. You don't question her when it comes to her family. All right? Happy, everybody? No, I have 2 sisters, basically. I have 2 sisters, 1 elder sister, 1 younger sister. Correct. So will I like it if somebody treats them badly? Absolutely not. It's as simple as that. Clear? Come back. 703 pending cases, acid attack cases. Bottom line is the men of our country are actually not good. Got the point? Men of our country are really not good. Why? Because they cannot handle rejection. Acid attack cases, majority of the cases if you see, it is all because of what? 75% is linked to personal relationship issues. Personal relationship issue, when we say, what is the point here? Personal relationship issue means guy proposed, girl said no. Next day he gets acid and throws it on her face. That's it. The idea is, if she is not mine, then she shouldn't be anybody else's. Bottom line is, guys in our country unfortunately cannot handle rejection. Telegram channel, take it. So many girl students have messaged me, sir, these are the messages we are getting. I will open it and then see. Arey, hi to bolo. Tell her hi. Okay, I will start using only English henceforth. Tell her hi, no, you are not that beautiful also. Don't show so much attitude. I know I can get 100 girls like you. Please go see your face in the mirror. The men who say, sorry, the boys who say, I can get 100 girls like you, please check out your face in the mirror. Got the point here? It is because of this pathetic attitude that dowry is there. Because they feel they are entitled. We are born as a boy, as a man. Now I need dowry. Entitlement, that sense of entitlement which comes from patriarchy. This is the problem in our country. Got the point here? This is a serious case of this. 207 acid attack cases reported in 2023. 16 convictions. 27 acquittals. That means in addition to the POCSO cases, which is very discriminatory, where generally the women, the girl victim, the girl child will not get justice. In addition to that, if I have acid attack cases also. Pennine kittanilla. So obviously what will happen? POCSO on one side, acid attack cases on another side. From both this, what is our understanding? Acquittals are high. Got the point? Karnataka Parliament. No, Karnataka Legislative Assembly. There is no Karnataka Parliament. Internal security, digital governance, identity. The next table. Online obscenity, India. Information Technology Rules 2021 mandate prevention and removal of IT rules. Prevention and removal of obscene and pornographic content. Section 79 of the IT Act provides conditional safe harbor. Now, what is this? First of all, the background of it. As it is, like I told you, we have very sick individuals in our country. Very sick individuals. All right. They will make, today AI is there. They will make a video. They can make a video of you, me, anybody. Don't get disturbed at that point. If it is really bad video, like a really vulgar video they have made out of yours, go and file a cyber complaint. Cops also say that. Why a cyber complaint? Because that can be traced. No matter what VPN, GPN, whatever you use, this can be traced out because it will leave a telltale sign. With that, the cops can find out who it is. And you give a general list of people in your life. Cops will start hunting them. They will get the person. One cyber case like that, that person is going to go to jail at least for 5 years. Outraging the modesty of a woman. Outraging the dignity of a woman. Harassment, cyber bullying. Everything put together, what will happen? He is going to go to jail. And again, all these absolutely pathetic things, who will do it? Only the boys. But sir, girls also, some 1% or 2% of the girls may do it. But generally, this level of, desperation to see a female's naked body, other than men, nobody has it. Women are not desperate to see a person's naked body, trust me. Woman is never impressed by muscles, chest, etc. They will say, wow, whoa, when they see Shah Rukh Khan. A woman is only impressed by what is going on here inside your head and what comes out of your mouth. Got the picture here? So this thing here is being done by whom? The men, the boys of our country. What is the idea? As per the IT rules, you are supposed to remove any obscene content. And once government places a request, you have to remove it after government places it. If you don't remove it, you will no more have a safe harbor. What is a safe harbor? Ideally, if you look at any social media platform, they are an intermediary, correct? It is a platform, Instagram or Telegram if you take. Somebody is posting content, somebody is viewing it. Posting, viewing. Instagram has got nothing to do. Instagram is like, hello, I am not responsible. He posted it, he viewed it. I have nothing to do with this. Government is like, fine, we agree. But when we give you a request to remove a content, you better remove it within a certain time. What if Instagram doesn't remove it? Action will be taken. Then they are no more entitled under safe harbor. Safe harbor means what? Somewhere where you keep the ship. Harbor, proper meaning is somewhere where you park a ship. Alright. Safe harbor means you are protected. That means I cannot, tomorrow in Instagram, let us say somebody did Badal Barsa Kicholi in a very skimpy attire. Some girl did dance there. Can I file a case against Instagram telling that, look, Instagram is posting nonsensical videos? No. I cannot do that. Because they are protected by the safe harbor clause. Number one. Number two. Government saw this Badal Barsa Kicholi video. Government is like, hello, Insta, please remove that content. They have a certain time, 72-hour time period is there. That means probably that is within 3 days. Insta has to remove it. If Insta doesn't remove it, government can take legal action, which means they can fine. Getting the point here? This is the same thing. Sorry, not 72. Within 24 hours. Alright. So far, nearly 25 erotic over-the-top platforms have been blocked. That means basically, like I told you, almost all the pornographic websites, both Desi, Videsi, has been blocked in our country. But if people want to watch, there are ways and means to watch it also. That is another side of the story, which is not required. My ethics are. Tejaswini aisa kuch nahi hai. In some things, like I told you, I have a very, very strong ego. I am not ready to bend or stoop. That's it. There are other things where, trust me, living with me is a nightmare. I should give an award for my wife. Coming to social media. So many people will, again and again I keep getting, sir, I am having problems, social media distraction, how to stay motivated, how to stay this, how to stay that. Delete that account. Delete that account. There is a system called you work and then you take a reward. That is, let us say you studied for 3 hours. Okay. What I will suggest to you is, rather than going for social media, download some online game. Play that for, let us say, half an hour. then go back to studies again. Movies also, rather than, see, OTT platform movies, what movies are there these days? Trust, tell me. Initially, when OTT came, we were like, oh wow, this movie is there, that movie is there. Now, the moment you open any movie, you are like, Are, you know, from 10 minutes into it, you will know what is the conclusion. Why? Preparing for UPSC, right? You will predict the outcome. So, delete all OTTs. Now, only one Dhanka movie is going to come out, as far as I am concerned. My personal opinion, which is Durandar. So, mentally, even I am prepared. If I am going to watch a movie now in theatre, it is going to be Durandar on March. Toxic has also come, but Toxic, I will wait for the verdict. Durandar, I want to know. Durandar, I have already seen the first part, so I know, okay, I have expectations for the second part. Till then, I'm not going to go to the theatre. I am not giving any exam. But for me, right now, it is a luxury to go step out and watch a movie. Because when I think, first I'll have to plan, oh my God, my classes, my PPTs, my answers that I review. I have so many things to do. Even without any exam, I am actually scared of my commitments. You are not at all scared. Every day on an average, what is happening? More than 75 hours per month at 2.5 hours per day. This is a bare minimum. People are wasting 2.5 hours in what? In Instagram or in social media. That is 75 hours in a month. Getting the point here. That means you are easily wasting more than 3 days every month only on social media. What are you getting out of it? See, my point here is simple. You know it is a distraction, right? Then why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? You know it is a distraction. Why are you doing it? Is my question. You should every day morning wake up and then, okay, this I am going to do. When one task gets over, take out your timetable, tick it. You will feel good. Then now I am going to do. Say it loudly. Okay, now I will read polity. Say it loudly so that you will do it. Jananayagan and all I am not going to see. As far as I know, I have never watched a Vijay movie in theatre. Last I watched was probably during my engineering days. I need performances. Sir, please. What, please? All that later. Dopamine, nothing. Adult content is not a big deal. Adult content is there everywhere. All right. Aditya Bagal, just put your comment. Senti expression se kuch nahi hoga. This Aadhaar topic is nothing but the fact that they are basically going to increase the Aadhaar centers from 88 to 473. Date of birth change will be allowed only once, that is through affidavit. Aadhaar is not a proof of citizenship. Now, in the case of new Aadhaar especially, field verification mandated due to illegal immigration concerns. Applicants include non-resident Indians and overseas citizens of India. Clear? Leo. See, yeah. Leo I had watched in theatre only. Correct. I forgot. Leo I had watched it in theatre. Big fan. How can I crack? Aditya, NCRT textbooks, those who are struggling with it, we have NCRT series videos in our YouTube channel itself, done by none other than my good friend and brother, Harpreet Sir. Please watch it. Geography, Polity, Economics, NCRT series are available in this channel. To everybody, please open it and go through it. Simple. Whatever we seek, that we will get, I think. Absolutely. Moving on. National Intelligence Grid. National Intelligence Grid as an idea was set up after the 26/11 attack. Today it is going through full swing. Full swing means what? Enables real-time secure database access for investigations. That means this National Intelligence Grid actually connects all the security forces in the country. And under that, they have a system called Gandhiva, is the Advanced Analytics and integration system within national intelligence grid. Gandhiva. It will analyze all the data, whatever data it is getting, it will analyze it and it will give the output. By which month we have to be done with GS? We will take up all the general questions later, people, please. All right. Now, what are the issues? So, this became operational in 2024. This was conceptualized after the 26 November 2008 Mumbai attack. That means, as usual, as I've already told earlier in my polity classes and PubAt classes also, when it comes to policies, whatever NDA government comes up with is what? Ideas of UPA government. Why are they doing it? Because in case UPA comes and tells, we are going to oppose this, NDA will be like, hello, this is your idea. Then opposition also cannot do anything. Pretty smart, I must say. 45,000 access requests per month. That is, per month, 45,000 requests goes into it. That this data we need, this intelligence we need. It is linked to National Population Register with family-wise data of 119 crore residents. This is what, as usual, left liberal media and left liberal thinkers are telling. It is a compromise of individual privacy, security, etc. But that is, as usual, Puttaswamy judgment. Right to privacy. Part of Article 21. But what has Supreme Court said? When it comes to matters of national security, privacy will take a backseat. Simple. My right to privacy, even though it is a fundamental right, it is not absolute. It is only qualified just like any other fundamental right. Number one. Number two, nation is supreme. More than my fundamental right to privacy. Got the point here? So NPR is linked with the NAT grid. And it is expected that once the census also gets completed, so the NPR was last updated when? NPR was last updated in 2015. Census 2027, once it is completed, we can easily make what? A national registry of citizens. Once NRC is there, you can easily find out who are the illegal immigrants here. Already we are having one set of data with the Election Commission of India. Got the point here? There is no law in the country that actually stops agencies from sharing or integrating data. Means, NAT grid can literally ask Election Commission of India, just give your data here. Or census can ask, just give your data here because you have anyway conducted SIR. And right now Election Commission of India told voting right is only for citizens. So we can actually check whether a person is a citizen or not. It is our right. It is our constitutional duty under Article 324. Automatically, what will happen? You can separate the people out. As usual, but so many people will be affected. As usual, what is the logic? If I have all the documents with me, I know I am not an illegal citizen, illegal immigrant. Why should I worry? If I am not having anything to hide in my car, a traffic policeman, when he asks me to slow down my car, I will slow down, I will stop it and I'll get out and ask, yes officer, how can I help you? Only if I have something to hide, I'll be nervous. Got the point here? NAT grid is there. Why did we have Delhi attack? Soumya, that is what you call lone wolf attacks. It's a combination of two things. One is white-collared terrorism. Number two is lone wolf attack. Lone wolf, actually what they say is, see, wolf, if you generally see, if a single wolf is there, wolf go and hunt in packs. There'll be an alpha in the front. Sorry, not in the front, at the back. The leader of the pack will be at the back because from back he can see who is there, who is not there. The elderly wolf, the older wolves will be walking in the front. The younger ones in the middle. The leaders will be standing at the back because from the behind they can see a clear view where they are going, what threats are coming. But sometimes what happens is they may lose sense of direction and they may become alone. And a lone wolf is very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. People may say lion is strong, tiger is strong. Nothing will beat the courage of a wolf. You will never see in a circus a wolf. Have you ever noticed that? In a circus you will never see a wolf because it is very difficult to tame it. Rather, it is impossible. It won't listen to anybody. It will have to accept that you are the alpha. Until then, Even if it accepts, it is only going to listen to you. It won't listen to anybody else. Got the logic here? Same thing with terrorism. Somebody sitting in a room, qualified as a doctor or an engineer, inspired by whatever ideology, ISIS, Hamas, whatever. They decide to get bombed, they decide to attack. How am I going to get to know? Who is going to get to know? When multiple organizations are there, they are transporting information, etc., then you get to know, then you get to catch it. Even then, if you look at the Delhi Agra blast, mind it, cops were very hot on their heels. They were hot in pursuit. All the agencies, they were aware of it. They got to know something is going to happen. They were aware of it. And that is how, in an unplanned attack, the blast happened. It was an unplanned one, an unintended one. They wanted to cause a major damage, which did not succeed because cops were closely on their heels. Got the logic here? White collar terrorism simply means the oldest narrative of terrorism is that terrorism or any extreme activity generally happens in those areas where poverty, unemployment is there. Classic example, Ajmal Kasab. Ajmal Kasab, why did he come to India? Why did he come to attack? Is it because of his religion? Is it because Pakistan, he was hating India? Nothing. Born to an absolute poor family where he, in his entire life, he has never eaten 3 meals in a day. It was always one meal. He is able to eat breakfast, okay. Lunch and dinner, nothing. Lunch means only lunch. Dinner means only dinner. First time he is recruited. He is given 10 lakh rupees. Pakistani rupees, I believe. Told that this is the thing that you have to do. You have to go there, create maximum this thing. He was like, ha ha ha. He came. Somebody who is hungry throughout their life, you offer them even 500 rupees. They will do anything that they want because filling the stomach. So the idea was always that. That is, poverty is the main reason for terrorism. But Delhi blasts, why? 9/11 attack of USA. Who orchestrated it? Mr. Osama bin Laden. From which angle was he poor? He was a rich businessman. Got the logic here? Those things and all we need not actually get into deep. See, Shachi Mishra, when you prepare something, I have always told 2 things. It should repeatedly come in the newspaper or it should be based on a PYQ. Don't take knowledge for the sake of knowledge. You will end up becoming a faculty like me. Got the point here? Intelligence, accountability without compromising secrecy. That is how intelligence agencies work. Intelligence agencies works like that. You cannot keep intelligence agencies accountable. That is a discretion of the government. Government can decide those things. How they do it, etc. It is never revealed out. Not even in the parliament. Mind it. Clear? Bureau of Port Security. That is, finally, we are having one agency to handle all the port security in our country. That is Bureau of Port Security, assisting them in this. That is, under Bureau of Port Security, who will be handling all the security apparatus? It will be handled by Central Industrial Security Force, designated as the recognized security organization. States have said federalism, but center is like, why? Ports. You need to keep it under security, because if you look at the security of the ports, how it is managed, one is Indian Coast Guard, then Indian Navy, then Maritime Police, local police, multiple agencies. Whom will you hold it accountable to? That is the reason why we have created a Bureau of Port Security, because India's exports are bound to increase in the future. More and more exports we will be generating. So we need to create this security apparatus first, the infrastructure first for it. That is why creating a Bureau of Port Security, bringing it completely under CISF control. So that whatever comes in, whatever goes out, we get a grab over it. Later, Mr. Vijay Kumar Gupta, stop spamming the chat section. Now, an announcement. That is, every day I get to hear almost that, sir, no discipline, I am not able to do this, I am not able to do that. So every Sunday 4 p.m. I will be releasing a set of targets for all the 2026 aspirants. It doesn't matter whether you are a PW student, you are a non-PW student, you are doing self-preparation. This is for those people who are giving their 2026 attempt. I am going to give a set of topics to you. You are supposed to cover it within 1 week. Again, next Sunday, I'll give you the next set of topics. So the days of, combined study, oh, this is a good looking girl, let me give my shoulder to her, she's having so many problems with her boyfriend, maybe I can become the next boyfriend. Enough. Whatever monkeying you had to do, you have finished it doing till December 31st. This year now. Some of you at least who are giving your attempt this year may be probably thinking, okay, let me, postpone my attempt next year. Got the point? Postpone my attempt. Don't do that. Give it your all this time. Give it your all. All means I want you to be as selfish and as self-centered as possible with your preparation. Got the point here? So these are the topics for you for the next 1 week. Part 1, Constitutional Framework. Part 2, Making of the Constitution. Part 7, Constitutional Bodies. 3 topics. From economics, you will do banking, entire monetary policy, entire banking, inflation, all the indices, CPI, WPI, IIP, base year, the organizations that release these reports, GDP, GNP, depreciation, NDP, NNP, national income, market price, factor cost, fiscal policy. All these you are going to cover within 1 week. Within 1 week. Got the point? Kaushik, it is not actually easy to conduct a test because again, who will prepare the questions, how it will be. Some PYQs I will try to discuss from these topics. It is again your job only. So this is not all. You will also cover current affairs exclusively of polity and economics. And when you do it, mains oriented detailing or points, chuck it. Chuck it completely. Because we don't need that. General points I don't want. I only want what? Facts. The numbers, the data, the graph, the pie charts, names of organizations, reports released by them. These are the things that I require. Only that you will go for. Highlight it, underline it. Economics, one advantage is when you do it in that fashion, 70 to 80% of the syllabus gets covered. 70 to 80%. 20% here and there will be remaining. I'm not denying it. Polity, again like a revision only. Some Supreme Court rulings, some articles. But the analysis of will NAT grid affect right to privacy? What are the points? We don't need it. Because it is not mains exam, it is prelims. So when you read current affairs, exclusively you are going to keep your eye open for what? Facts only. I don't want subjective opinions. It is better if you focus on prelims only, Simran. Clear? Vijay Kumar Gupta, I told you once, you're spamming the whole section, chat section. There are genuine students who are giving their attempt in UPSC 2026. Wait till the class is over. I have a target here to finish. Alright, don't prove yourself that you are going to be an officer of the army. Correct? Armed forces. First quality of an armed force officer is to have empathy. To have empathy and sympathy for your fellow beings. You put others before you. So learn to be patient first. The first quality of an officer. Especially an officer of the uniform. Clear? I am a bachelor of physiotherapy. Wait, Arjuna. Clear? From 2013, you will do the PYQs. Again, only of polity and economics. You will analyze each wrong option, each statement. Every statement and every wrong option. Because once you start doing this exercise, you will slowly start seeing a trend in it. This, when you do it, like at the end of the entire syllabus of UPSC, you may not find it. You will be only like, okay, this question, this answer, this question, this answer. But when you do it right now, in a week, you will slowly start seeing that when you do only polity, you'll be like, arre, this topic is going on repeating. Same topic has already come 7 times in the last 13 years. Means what? It's supremely important. Supremely important. Got the logic here? You will end up revising and learning a lot of things. This is the way to do it. This is your target for 1 week. Lexicon ethics, I will deal with that later. Yes, definitely. See, let us say now your coaching is also over. Good that you asked that, Harshita. Your coaching is over, but you're eligible only to give 2027 attempt. I would say still stick to this. Best scenario, by May, what will happen? Sorry, by April, prelims preparation is done. May onwards, start focusing on mains answer writing. Balle. Clear. Articles you need not remember. Please understand, all articles are not necessary. That is where I told you, do the PYQs, you will get to know what is important. Clear? Retam Samantha, I am becoming very much lazy and distracted. You only should help yourself. I cannot come there and pull you up by your collar, right? You have to help yourself. Life will go on, people. Life belongs to those people who keep fighting. Understand? Whoever wakes up in the morning and starts their routine, they win. They are the winners. Simple. Even I respect you, Pratik. I am a BTech marine engineer. Economy, foreign policy and defense. Global geopolitics now. It is not at all done. Shivi, when it is done, I will say, that's it, people. The class is over. I will tell that. Okay. Economy not even started in it will start, Srishti. Wait a minute. Where are you running and going? US, Europe, Indo-Pacific, Russia, China, Ukraine, Gaza. Tariffs disrupted multilateral trade. Sanctions have altered energy supply chain. That means we know. Now this pedophile president, I will call him that only now, Mr. Trump. Pedophile. Pedophile means a guy who wants to have sex with children. Looking at the Epstein files, there is no doubt about it. So this guy, to divert all the attention, what has he done now? He is interfered Venezuela. If you look at the picture, see, let the president of Venezuela, let him be anybody. But look at his wife. His wife's photo is a clear indicator of what sort of people Americans are. That is no way to treat a lady. You have an issue with the person, you take that person out. Even in Mumbai underworld, it was an unwritten rule. Never target the family. Never the gangsters have targeted the cops' family, nor the cops have targeted gangsters' family. Never they have done that. But here he has crossed all the lines. So what has he done now? He is basically planning to place a 500% tariff on those countries that are going to take oil from Russia. Number 1. Number 2, he has exited from International Solar Alliance. He has also exited from countless UN conventions. So basically he said, yeah, Modi is a good friend. He actually came and told me, sir, may I talk to you? Who? Prime Minister Narendra Modi went to this pedophile and said, sir, may I talk to you, please? We didn't go. Even the FTA, the trade agreement that was there with USA, we were supposed to sign it. Everything was set. Only one thing was missing. They only made one request. From the US side, one request was there. Ask Modi to call. Call never came. Deal never got signed. He got all the more flustered and angered and irritated. So he came up with this 500% tariff wala idea. Got the point? Just a bully. Like, I am like waiting to see, like, yaar, to what level can you go now? That is, he is basically thinking that if US exits from everywhere and tries to dominate the world, everybody will be like, oh, yo, please don't do this to us. That is what he is expecting. Seriously. Against which all countries? India, Russia, China. I won't be surprised at all if a new alliance gets formed between India, Russia, China. I won't be surprised. Where they decide that they're going to boycott the US market. Possible, right? Because like I told you, November data tells us that even though our exports to US have declined drastically, but that has not dented our exports. Our exports have actually increased. Why? New markets. In the coming years with UK, New Zealand, Oman, UAE, etc., whatever trade deals we have signed, that will all materialize. Then why do we need this? Got the point here. In other words, international relations are going to be more exciting than any web series or any movie that may come from YRF or Dharma Productions. Alright, we have a megalomaniacal, hallucinating, who thinks he's a legend in his own mind, a pedophile running one of the world's most powerful country. There's nothing powerful about them. So we'll have to wait and watch. Harshita, because first of all, the distance. In Venezuela, the only country which has a huge stake in investment is China. So you're messing with the Chinese dragon. The US bear is messing with what? The Chinese dragon. You think China is going to keep quiet? That Venezuela is being taken, China will keep quiet. And if you notice again, with regard to Taiwan, he made a statement yesterday or 2 days back. China can decide on the question of Taiwan. That is almost like telling that you can decide. That is, if you want to take it, you take it. Because actually, if you see, US has zero stakes there. What stake does US have there? What is it that, oh my God, Taiwan is lost, we are lost? Nothing like that, right? Far away. Okay, not far away, this side. If you put the world in a globe, it is this side, even though to the western side of USA. Got the point here. The China takes over Taiwan, nothing to do. US taking over Venezuela, nobody says anything. Possible. Because China's investments will be lost in Venezuela. So to butter China, something has to be offered to China, some peanut. That could be very well be Taiwan. We never know. So we will have to wait and watch how the international relations will unfold in the coming weeks and in the coming months. Yes. Correct? Absolutely, Ariharsudan. That is the only reason. Mining is the only reason he wants Greenland. India should remain quiet. That is the only thing to do. Arey ho gaya, Agnes. How can they do when they say means it is already done? They went in, they grabbed him and they came back. One reason, if you really ask me, Venezuela's maximum weapons have come from China. Venezuela's highest defense imports, if you see, it has all come from China. And China's product, I told you, if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, oh ho, that's it. Clear. What about Bangladesh, Thailand, Pakistan, Israel, etc.? Intezar, aur kya hai ayar? That's all. We'll have to wait. Wait. So like I told you, one of the major things what we can do here. Okay. US has actually placed a 100% tariff on branded and patented pharmaceutical imports. India's pharmaceutical exports to US for financial 25 is $9 billion in financial 25. Alright. These are the other data. US is the largest importer, 212.67 billion. Savings for Americans is around $219 billion for US healthcare payers in 2022. That is roughly putting it up. In 2022, take this 22 again. $220 billion almost was the savings for Americans in the pharma sector. Why? Because we were selling to them generic medicines, not patented, not branded. What is generic medicine? Generic medicine simply means it is the medicine that is made out. Say, for example, now, war for oil reserve, war for dollar. Oil. Sir, Sugano. Oh, enda devame. Ria, what have you asked? See, people, let me tell you. Any general question you have, please keep it towards the end. And rather than sending this sad smiley, then, sir, please ask your question specifically. Because in case you didn't notice, I'm busy teaching current affairs here. So the point here is generic medicines means, say for example now, very good. 123 River. Let us say 123 River. This is somebody from YouTube again. He is a manufacturer of patented medicine. All right. So patented medicine means the patent has a time duration. Let us say 15 years. At the end of 15 years, I am an Indian pharmaceutical company. What will I do? I will take his formula, take his tablet, do reverse engineering. So maybe his tablet's price is around, let us say, $200. One tablet's price. I will do reverse engineering. I will do reverse engineering and make a similar tablet. Color and all will be slight variations will be there, but chemical formula will be intact. This I will be selling probably for 20 rupees. That is almost more than a 90% reduction in the price. Huge reduction. This medicine we are exporting to USA. Because even for an average American, this $200 medicine is not at all affordable. Got the point? This we are exporting. That medicine is bringing a saving of how much? 220 billion. Even by half if India stops it. India exports this medicine to other markets. Slowly reduces it. Imagine what will happen to the healthcare sector in USA. Health is not there. What are you going to do with all this wealth and show off? USA is a powerful country. Modi called me and he said, please, sir. What is the use of all that? You will come crashing in no time. But yeah, again, the Gandhian ideology, Nehruvian ideology, we don't know whether India will take that extreme step or slowly bringing down the export of pharmaceutical medicines there. Affordable pharmaceutical medicines. Because all said and done, even that is like a huge market for us. In 2025 alone, Indian pharmaceutical exports to USA was around 9 billion in financial year 2025. Clear? Absolutely 123 River. Your mimicry is too good. Have to do it, Suman. Otherwise, if I go it like proper, it will be like news reporting. Getting the point here. When you keep using these other phrases, etc. in between, people will remember it. So, India's overall military situation right now with Pakistan, a failed state. We have a Bekkari on one side. Nepal, so far, no major issues. Bangladesh, they want what? They want Northeast. Please go quickly. Very quickly, please approach them. They will give you a thali. Iran, right now, protests are happening against apparently a regime change is going to happen there. Afghanistan, this is the biggest comedy here. Why the comedy part? Comedy is, this is the only more or less a very stable neighbor what we are having right now. And who knew that one day will come where we will be dealing with Taliban? This is the point. Getting the point? Correct, Harshita? Middle East, again, we don't have much issues there. Then Europe. More or less fine. But with Bangladesh, with this anti-Hindu sentiments that is going on, Again, domestically, some people, only in social media. Oh my God, Hindus are suffering. Okay. Ultimately, internal issue. Ultimately, an internal issue. It has nothing to do with India's sovereignty, India's territorial integrity. It is their law and order issue. They have to deal with it. Why? Let us say tomorrow, some idiots in our country decides to go and burn few Muslim homes. Whether they are guilty, non-guilty, you leave it aside. Some idiots in our country goes and burns minorities' homes. Not just Muslims, let it be Christians also. What if Pakistan intervenes or Bangladesh says, see, minorities are getting killed in India? Is it their business to tell us how to carry out our administration? No. Just like that, it is none of India's business to tell Bangladesh what to do or what not to do. Directly when they do something which affects India, then it makes sense. Then it makes sense to respond. Got the point here? We need not take up all the problems and be the finder of solutions for all the problems in the world. We have to follow a strategy where is India's interests at stake. Answer is yes, intervene. Answer is no, don't intervene. Talibanis are more dangerous than Pakistani military. Harshita, that dialogue would have been apt if Taliban and Pakistani military are working together. Right now, Taliban hates Pakistani military and Pakistani military is also confused. That side, India will hit us. This side, Afghanistan will hit us. That side, Baloch people are hitting us. Hit we will get from everywhere. Translate it into Hindi, you will understand the sarcasm in it. But that is the reality. For an average Pakistani soldier today, one thing is guaranteed in his life. He is definitely going to get whacked. That is guaranteed. From which direction it will come? Only that they will have to wait and watch. Got the point here? Because our relationship with Afghanistan currently is on another level. Clear? USA, India. See, India should watch out for everything, Aditi. International relation is not like, I hit you, you hit me. Finished. No. Every act will have an international ripple. That is, you drop a stone into, let us say, Indian Ocean. That ripple will cause impact even in Atlantic Ocean and even in Pacific Ocean. Clear? Clear? We are dealing with them, right? We are dealing with them. We even invited them to Delhi here in their embassy. We are dealing with them. Clear? Trade diplomacy. So again, like I told you, trade agreements concluded with United Kingdom, Oman and New Zealand in 2025. Negotiations are pending with European Union, Australia, Eurasian Economic Union, Gulf Cooperation Council and ASEAN. This guy, I think he will be ignored now. See, there is a difference between, that is at a personal level when you see, Trump is what? A spoiled brat. Born into luxury, etc. Is trying to outsmart or outwit whom? Mr. Narendra Modi. If you remember, there was an old video wherein generally in almost all the videos, this guy, Trump, has a way of exerting his dominance with a shake hand itself. What is that? After shaking hand, he has a habit of slapping their hand and shaking it vigorously. Narendra Modi goes, he tries to pull that stunt with Narendra Modi. As he tries to hit him, Modi catches it, pulls him, gives him 2 pat on his back and let go of his hand. Then look at his expression after that. Body language especially. Whenever Trump, if you see, his legs are opened, both the hands goes down in between the legs like this. Never ever sit like this anywhere in any place. Especially in your interview board also. It's a clear sign of submission and lack of confidence. Mind you, never ever sit like this, because this is like, please, I'm a papa, please listen to me, please agree with me. That is what it shows. What is sign of confidence? Back erect, hands firmly on your knees. Don't shake it, Don't try to dig for treasure from your nose. Look directly at this point, this sweet spot. People will say, Aank mein aank dalkar dekho. Then you will be confused. Okay, aank means which aank? Right aank or left aank? Then your eyes will move here and there. They will think that you come from mental asylum. Instead, lock your eyes over here. The sweet spot here. Or you put a bindi. It will actually give them that thing, that powerful gaze. Clear? Body language it is. Not that it is of any importance. Trust me. In a normal day-to-day life, these things doesn't matter. But in an interview board in 45 minutes, if I have to judge you, I am going to judge you from the moment you walk into the room. Clear, people? It is not disrespect. It is a sign of weakness. That is what it means. It clearly shows that you're not at all confident about what you're telling. Getting the point here? Just give me a minute. All right here. Obviously, now somebody who has worked through the ranks. See, whether he was, people are asking whether he's a chai wala means from which chai did, which person drank chai from him. Show me one person, they are asking. But at least let us all agree on one thing. He was not born into luxury. Correct? From a normal karyakarta, he's ended up becoming the prime minister. You have to give it to that man. All right. Sheer dedication, sheer persistence. What he has in plenty with him is not some Oxford University degree or graduation degree. Street smartness. Street smartness. A quality that any person who has sold tea, sold newspaper, anything, done some low-level jobs, you know what it is. They can judge a person like that. One person you bring to them, they will say, yeah, you can believe him. Yeah, don't believe him. They are good judge of people. Clear? Defense acquisition, nothing great here. Defense acquisition, approvals, enhanced readiness. For what? Contracts worth 4,666 crore. Close quarter battle carbines. Gun, automatic rifles. 48 heavyweight torpedoes. Project 75 Calvary class submarines with delivery from April. Acceptance of necessity. Signed 79,000 crore. Pinaka Astra Mark II integrated drone detection and interdiction system Mark II. High altitude, long endurance, remotely piloted aircraft system. Spice 1000 approved. Spice is from Israel, by the way. Clear? I will tell Karan later. He is very smart and a quick learner. Absolutely. Naval heritage. Porbandar, Gujarat, Muscat, Oman. From Porbandar, we have set out a, what is it? A ship to Muscat. Overseas voyage of a stitched sailing vessel. Not that it is entirely made out of cloth. Down it is wood. Top it is the sails. Old Zamana, old style of what is it, traveling. Name is INSV Kaundinya. Sailed from Porbandar to Muscat. Civil aviation, Bengaluru, Karnataka. Dhruv, new generation helicopter entered the civil market. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited manufactured it. Maiden flight at Bengaluru, indigenous Shakti engine certified. Civil certification expected in 3 to 4 months. 5.5 ton twin engine helicopter. First indigenous engine, Shakti. Clear? What do I think about him? Obviously, diplomat, capable guy. What is there to think? China had done the same thing like Venezuela incident to Iran and Taiwan. Is that the reason for their silence? But they are yet to do anything right. See, escalation anybody can do. Russia fighting Ukraine is strictly because of their strategic interest there. Russia has not unnecessarily went and intervened anywhere else. Here they saw this as Ukraine becomes part of NATO means bombs, etc. can be brought right to the border there, which will threaten Russia's security. That is why Russia went into war with Ukraine. China also, if you notice, China is only doing what? Imagine a big dragon. It's sleeping. And it is like, it can see Taiwan. It can see Japan. What the dragon is doing is just moving its tail. Moving its tail. It will almost look for the Taiwanese and Japanese people that the tail is coming towards us. Then China will pull it back. China is literally playing with Taiwan and Japan. Just like how a cat will play with a mouse. It will not kill it immediately. We have seen how cats hunt. Cats will sometimes let it go, catch it again. Some cats do that, playing with their food. That is what China is doing. China and Russia, and even for that matter, India, even all the NATO countries, including Israel, right now are like, this is their reaction. Because they are like, what is this guy even up to? That is the reason. They are also waiting to see how it will go from here. Because it is like I told you, international relation. You cannot jump the gun and come to a conclusion immediately. You will have to breathe. Know all your cards. Know who can, whether you should change your tactics, whether you should make new partners. All this you have to see. Jivita, you look handsome. How? You have to get your eyes checked. That is why. Why should they make comment, Harihar Sudan? We need to learn something from international relations as well as from countries' leaders. Not every comment, every action requires a response from us. Keep it in mind. Getting the point here. There is an old saying, never fight with pigs. Pigs. Because more you fight with a pig, the pig will love it, whereas you will get dirty. I've seen where pigs live. Very dirty surroundings, correct? With mud, their shit, everything will be mixed. Their food also will be there near that. So you should pick and choose your opponent. Very, very important. Keep it in mind. My suggestion, I don't have any suggestion to say. It is already done and dusted. Bureau of Port Security, it is already done. Correct. Very good point. Suman, eat 5-star and don't do anything. That's the solution. Clear? Yeah. Praveen B. Pillai has answered your question. Who is that 123 river? It is named after the first chief sea sailor, Kaundinya, who sailed from India to Cambodia. Done. Environment, climate, natural resources, urban heat. The people will generally say, like even I have told you, plant more trees. Correct? Plant more trees, grasslands, blah, 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 to reduce urban heat. A study has basically said that if you're planting trees in low moisture areas, heat will actually increase. Why? Because first of all, from the roots, water will go, reach the branch, then it will enter the leaf. How is this water regulated? If more water is there, stomata opens and then releases the water through a process called transpiration. That means in the air, water molecules will be present. And let us say there is more heat. What will happen? Automatically, this water will start absorbing the heat. It will become vapor. Where is it absorbing the heat from? From the air and from the surrounding. So, water absorbs it, water vaporizes, air becomes cool. From air, the heat goes here, air becomes cool. This is how it is normally supposed to work. But if it is working in an area, if this tree is in an area where water shortage is there, what will happen? Leaves will shut completely up. They'll be like, I won't open because no water. Why will I open? I won't open. Less moisture is released. Ulta, what can happen is this leaves, etc., can actually reflect more light and can probably increase the temperature. With trees, we have not yet deducted it. Trees cooler than built up areas in 98% of the cities. That means trees anywhere you plant, it is good. Clear. Grasslands are cooler in 78% of the places. However, grasslands are hotter in 25% of the areas. Correct, Praveen? Clear. Grasslands are hotter in 25% of the areas. Which are these 25% of the areas? Correct, Albedo? 25% of the areas are those areas where moisture is not there. That means in dry cities, this is not going to work out. Trees caused warming in 2% of arid cities. So trees also caused warming. Evapotranspiration drives cooling. Vapor pressure deficit reduces cooling. Means what? If vapor pressure is less, then cooling won't be there. During extreme heat, grasslands warm 71% and croplands 82%. That means they will add to the heating effect. Got the point here? So planting trees is not a solution. You have to see what area it is, what type of tree you are planting again. So in different sectors we plant trees and even it comes in addition, but still we are talking about deforestation. Soumya, because planting trees alone does not mean it is a forest. Deforestation simply means what was existing a forest, that is being cut down. You plant trees, that is not a compensation. I cut 10 trees from a forest. That will have a far more impact on the food chain and the food web and the biodiversity there than if I plant some 10 trees in Bengaluru city. It is not going to compensate at all. Got the point here? You can attend this. See, any exam you can attend this simply because this is from current affairs. India's urban waste and population outlook. 2030, 165 million tons of waste will be generated annually. Greenhouse gas emissions will exceed 41 million tons by 2050. Then 436 million tons of waste annually. You will be facing what? Supply issues with it. All right. By school teacher, law entrance. Done. Aravali Range. Aravali Range by now, I think it is done and dusted. I mean, done and dusted in the sense, initially a ruling was given that below 100, up to 100 meters, alright, anything up to 100 meters won't be considered as part of Aravali Range. You can start doing mining activity here. This notification was given by Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Supreme Court said, okay, it is a nice decision. The problem with that is, only 1048 of 12,081 hills protected under 100-meter criterion. That means, if this 100-meter criterion, if we take it very seriously, more than 90% of Aravali hills will get destroyed. How did I come to the conclusion? 12,081 hills. What is 10% of it? 10% of it is 1,208.1. How many will be protected? Only 1,048. Which is less than this. That means not even 10% will get protected. That means, in other words, with this 100-meter rule, more than 90% of the hill will get destroyed. Now, Supreme Court has put a stay order for it. Supreme Court has put up a panel for it. This topic is not over. It will come up in the coming weeks. Clear? What will happen to the earth? Earth will die one day. That's it. Miyawaki forest to combat urban heat. Again, I understood knowledge fuel corner. But the problem here is, where is the space for it? Urban area, where is the space? Where is this place where you will plant trees? Because one of the major problem with all the cities in our countries, where is the soil? Where is the soil? Where do you find soil there? You don't have places with soil, right? Footpath, concrete road, whatever little bit soil we see it when roads get damaged, then we see the soil. Otherwise, which places has soil in cities? That is the major issue. There is no soil. When no soil is there, how will water go down? Clear? What class is going on? Current affair class is going on. This is a water conservation example in Great Hungarian Plain called Homokhatszag region in southern Hungary. This place is actually a spot for agriculture. But in that region, they had started observing aridification. Aridification means becoming very dry. Becoming very dry similar to what? Semi-arid region. Very similar to African countries. So what they have done is thermal spa water reused. Spas are there. Spa, you know, right, where you sit there, steaming, etc. will happen. Whatever water is used there, hot water, after usage, they are reusing it. How? They are now flooding this region. Normally, by rain, it should get a natural flood. Natural means not that blah, 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 that level flood. Normal flooding. By rainfall, it would have got, water should have gone in, soil should have been very healthy with water. But thanks to climate change, it is not happening anymore. So what are they doing? Nearby whatever spas are there, from there, thermal spas, that water they are reusing, flooding it artificially so that water goes into the soil and groundwater table is restored. Clear? Groundwater recharge and local microclimate creation. That is the purpose. Longevity science. Longevity science is about the art of staying or living a long life. The science, again, for those people who have already read it, there is a book called Ikigai, which again talks about how to live a long and healthy life. Possible in Japan. Why? Relax, don't rush. Calmly sit and do a task which you love to do. Don't sit simply. Keep your mind and body active. That is what it is. Which in India we don't know. Unfortunately, the whole system what we have here, Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasa, the moment especially a central government employee or generally old people, when they cross 50, they'll be like, I want to retire. That is the first thing they say. Whereas in most of the East Asian cultures, if you see, they basically say, rest is rust. That is the reason. In India, basically, after a point, they stop using their brains, and body, though they would have stopped using it probably in their 20s itself. So longevity science is all about trying to explore what are the factors with which we can lead a long life. Obviously, first few things are like being vegetarian, doing meditation, physical exercises, which is not weight training, but which involves more of stretching and breathing. That means yoga. And trying to keep a stress-free mind, not to have jealousy, not to have thoughts, negative thoughts, anger, frustration, sadness. These thoughts shouldn't be had. Very much possible in India. So these are the things. Apparently, they found out that in the state of Kerala also, apparently the health is, people live a long life. But they couldn't find out what is the exact reason for it. One reason what they have attributed is Kerala's health infrastructure. क्लियर? कॉलेज आ जाती है, काम होने का सबल ही नहीं. एग्जैक्टली. हाँ, करेक्ट. See, why government supported means, please understand, 145 crore population. From where are you going to provide employment to everybody? Employment, where will it come from? That is the question, right? It's always a question about employment generation or growth on one side and environmental sustainability on the other side. How are you going to balance it out? Clear? So this is what the article is about. So in India, basically, the study is being conducted by Longevity India Bharat Study 2024. So these days, the consultations also are very, very costly. That is, if you want to live a long life, what should be the price? One consultation will cost 10,000 to 1 lakh. NAD therapy is a therapy where they inject this protein generating, not a medicine, considered like to be a fluid or something, injected into the body so that the skin, etc. looks young and vital. All right. Same thing. Smartphone motion sensing. The smartphone motion sensing, it is all because of two things. One is an accelerometer. Accelerometer means you're holding your phone like this, you flick it immediately. So what is happening? Phone has basically accelerated. Phone detects it. And phone will find it out in which direction this has happened. whether it is in X, whether it is in Y, whether it is in Z. 3 directions. So you flick it like this, hold it like this, like this, like this, any angle you want, the screen will be aligned perfectly in the direction in which you are holding it. This is what enables us to play mobile games, etc. That is one thing. The other thing that is there is, apart from accelerometer, it is a gyroscope which measures angular velocity through Coriolis effect. Angular velocity, that means change in angular velocity. So sometimes you would have noticed it. If you hold your phone like this, let us say straight, very slowly you're turning it. Very slowly. You turn it. Then what will happen? You can still see the screen is vertical. But after a while, very slowly you turned, you made it horizontal. From vertical, you made it horizontal. But after maybe a second, you will see that it will change. Why? It will find out. Now the position has changed with respect to the earth. So two things are there which actually understands the phone's motion. And that is the same principle what you see in wearables, vehicles, drones, robotics, inertial navigation, virtual reality, augmented reality, and camera optical image stabilization. This was a PYQ people in science and tech. All right. Correct. You are a NEET student, Muhammad Arish. First crack NEET. Then come to UPSC. Get into a college first. Are Soumya, stop asking the same question again and again. Space science, Benu asteroid. Study conducted by OSIRIS-REx by NASA and Japanese research institutions. So there they found the presence of ribose, glucose, amino acids and nucleobases were in Benu asteroid they found. And they also found the presence of RNA. And what does this say? This tells us that life first started from RNA, then to DNA, and then we had complex organisms. That is what it is all about. Society and economy. This is an LGBTQ plus. A guy again, basically a guy who is gay. He wrote this article. He is basically telling that world over now, support for the LGBTQIA plus has declined from 49% in 2021 to 41% in 2025. The madness has come down. All right. LGBTQIA plus simply means there are more than 250 genders. As far as we know, it is only man, woman, and then yes, transgender, 3. But according to these people, it is plenty. People can be asexual, asexually bisexual, asexual. Multiple things are there. And they call themselves, that is, it is not he, her. It is they, them. That means if somebody is there who is from this LGBTQIA plus, I am not supposed to say he came. I should say they came. With extreme difficulty, we have somehow studied English language. Now they have creating their own grammar, their own verb. So the madness increased to a point where people were like, what nonsense is this? Getting the logic here. You can call yourself any gender. Like that level it went. That is why the funding has stopped. So he is telling that this is non-inclusive. Non-inclusive, this is, if you should include everybody, or otherwise there will be what? Gross domestic product will be reduced by 0.1% to 1.7%. Let it reduce, that is what I would say. This madness has to stop. I have told this multiple times. Earlier also I have told this. The madness level increased to what level is? Any guy can say that I am a woman. That is tomorrow, LGBT, according to this LGBTQI plus logic, I can suddenly say tomorrow, oh my God, I'm a woman. And then I can go and take part in women's athletic competitions. I can start using a ladies' restroom. I can start using a ladies' changing room. I can be there. That is the logic that they are coming up with. Clear? Exactly. Narcotics and opium. Basically, nothing much is there other than Madhya Pradesh, Malwa region, Mandsaur region, Neemuch region in Rajasthan, opium belt, Punjab, Haryana. These are some of the regions where opium intake is quite high as well as production is high. Clear? No, you cannot ask Vijay. Regions produce 85% of legal opium. 1.15. Legal opium is there because again that whole culture, right? Bang, I think. Correct. One of my friend recently who went to Madhya Pradesh, she had this. And she told me everything started going in slow motion after that. It was an out of mind and body experience. So it is part of a culture there. Gum and poppy straw license. Government opium and alkaloid work. So what is the price for it? Youth have been arrested for its illicit sale, smuggling through highway using fake identity and virtual numbers. There is a proposal for state disposal of poppy straw. Poppy straw means what is finally left out. But even in that poppy straw also, you have this material. Like it's very intoxicating. Clear? That is the logic. Apart from that, thank you. Yeah, now it is done. First, any doubts here? Jan 1 to 3 video. Last Saturday as well as this one. Believe me, sir, it's so good. Many people have told me that. But like I told you, I cannot let myself be so vulnerable. I don't like to be vulnerable. Hills are measured from local ground upward, not from sea level. Many Aravalis do qualify. Fear is about edge cases, not the whole range. See, whole range or edge cases, the fact of the matter is, see, Aravali, we know it is not a continuous range. Correct. It is all broken in pieces. Because it is more than, I think, 2 million or billion years ago. It is that old. Very old range it is. The fact of the matter is, even you break it, these are mountains or hills, right? You cannot exactly say, okay, this much portion I will chop off and it will not affect the other sectors, other sections, that they won't roll down and come, they won't fall and come. What is standing above 100, maybe that will disintegrate because the sides I am taking it off. You may have a measurement. Hills don't have any measurement. Hills, when they start to decide to come down, they'll come down in full. Then later you can give that as an excuse, right? Now it is technically below 100. Now let me do it. Any competitive exam you are planning to give, you can follow this current affairs. Any competitive exam in India. That is the answer to everybody who is asking, is it good for SSC? Is it good for CDS? Is it good for AFCAT? Is it good for SSB, SSC? Every exam. Because I am not generating this from thin air. You are supposed to read at least one standard newspaper for any competitive exam in India. This is from a standard newspaper. Purely based on data and facts. Clear? Sunday target on Telegram. It is anyway there here. Na? Okay, I will post it. Fine, leave. I will do that also. Chalo. Should I give an attempt in SSC before UPSC civil service? I would suggest yes. Or prepare for a bank job. Prepare for a bank job. Tufani power. If you want to support your family as early as possible, get into a job at the earliest. What is more important, external or internal security? Both are important. You will have to choose one if you ask me. I would say first internal security. Internal security we have to ensure. Law and order inside we have to ensure. Because inside, if the people are all divided, people are all fighting with each other, then no matter how much ever you strengthen your external security, country would have failed. Internal security, law and order is strong. Externally, if anybody comes, they will be walking into their own graveyard. Simple, imagine your body. What is more important, looking good from outside or staying healthy inside? Inside first should be healthy, right? Outside, let it be in any form. If you are internally, you are strong. The outside part doesn't matter. Rajasthan Sarpanch case about smartphone. Patriarchy, nothing else, Amit. Akhila Telagoria. Akhila, you're not the only student sitting here. There are plenty of people out there. Plenty of students are there. Not everybody, I cannot rush it. I have to deliver it in such a way that people remember it. You are all free to go into watch some other class. Because all said and done, you are from the YouTube community. There is a paid batch here. They are what I am looking into, their feedback. Parshant Angroya, that's a very bad joke. My Telegram channel is at Nikhil Ram Pabad. There is an exclusive channel called Comprehensive Current Affairs Group, but this is only for people who have taken that course, Comprehensive Current Affair course. That if you pay and join, then you will get an invitation to join. There I engage even more, a little more directly, because obviously paid batch students, orders from the top. I'll come to class every day, sir. Every day. You need not come to the class. Every Saturday there will be a class. Yes, 1, 2, 3 river. Why USA made an agreement with communicate satellite to launch using LVM by India, sir? Cheaper. It is cheaper to launch from India, satellites, compared to NASA. Use IPC, CRPCI or BNS, VNSS, VSA. You need not worry about CRPC, IPC and all, Pichapillai. Because ultimately understand, we are not law students. We only need to use it in a certain few cases. Say for example, with Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, BNS, you need to find out only few things. Say for example, curfew. Curfew under IPC or CRPC, it used to be under section 144 earlier. Now you need to see for curfew what is the law. Then you can find out maybe for acid attack, maybe for rape, and then for dowry. For few cases only you need it. But again, it is not a necessity to know that case. Because trust me, even lawyers or cops won't be remembering it. They will have to refer it. Because it's a practically new rule. Focus should be, like I told you again, look at the nature of PYQs. Then you will understand what is required. Text. Shivaya Bele. Text. Thank you. Your class super. But slowly explain, please, sir. Wonderful. Brother, with this level explanation itself, it became 918. And look at the number of topics. Please count and see how many topics we have covered. Got the logic here. It is not easy from my perspective. For me, the struggle is to cover as many topics as possible in the session. You count the number of tables, you count the number of images, you will see what is the number here. Efficiently to deliver it. Do one thing, watch it's a YouTube video, it is available. Watch it again. Next live class, next Saturday. What is Monroe Doctrine? Is it important for IR? Recently in news. Monroe Doctrine simply means it is an old doctrine which was set up by the old one president again, which basically talks about USA should focus more on the Western Hemisphere. So very recently, if you look at the National Security Strategy document released by Trump's administration, there is a lot of similarity with the Monroe Doctrine. So he also said the same thing, Trump, a few months back. Through the National Security Strategy, he also said that we will focus more on Western Hemisphere. In Western Hemisphere, we are not going to allow any external powers to come in. He had mentioned it and nobody took it really seriously, to be very honest. But then with his attack on Venezuela, as well as now his purported purchase of Greenland, we understand that he is very serious on strengthening USA in the Western Hemisphere. Which newspaper is good to read? The Hindu, but the only problem is it is a little too anti-government. I have never seen an article coming in the Hindu which has praised the government. They will always give only one version of the data. Alright, even with the whole, any article, any topic you take, they will only give one side of the argument. That is the only issue here. Monroe Doctrine. To be very honest, I am hearing it for the first time. I will check and I'll get back. Any strategy to reduce negative marks? The only strategy to reduce negative marks is only attempt those questions which you are sure of. Number one. when you're going to take a hazard, a risk, like you're going to make a guesswork, at least you should know, okay, it is not A and B, it should be C or D. Getting the point here. Reduce your number of attempts. Attempt those questions which are pakka sure of, then attempt those questions where you are having a 50-50 probability. But where it is only 25% and 75%, that is, you know, A is not the answer. It can be B, C or D. My suggestion would be stay away from it. Just started UPSC, studying mornings and evenings. Should I write the upcoming prelims or focus on 2027? Shreya, if you're working, my first question is your coaching already done? Your materials, everything you have in intact? First question is that. And are you mains ready? Current affair answers may add. Current affairs answers may add kaise kare. Likh lo. Write it. See, point is, whoever is asking this question, like, sir, how to do this, you have never wrote an answer. You write an answer, only then you will get to know, right, where you are going wrong. Start with any small topic. You have never read the question paper. That is my point here. GS 1, 2, 3, 4. Leave the static portions aside. The dynamic portions are there. Internal security wala topic hai. Now, India, Pakistan, when a question is asked, you should be knowing that I should write the latest data. That I should draw an Indian map and Pakistan map. This much of common sense I'm expecting you to have. Then the latest data you will write. It's as simple as that. There is no magic formula and all. It is just that do it. Just do it. Stop thinking and do it. The corollary to Monroe Doctrine. Okay. I'm aware of it. How to stay calm and prepare my mind before JE exam. It is not going to be easy. Trust me. It is just that I would ask you, if you believe in God, etc., go to temple, try doing meditation. Don't try to study anything new. Keep revising. Why should I give UPSC? That is something which you should find out. It is not my job to tell you. You don't have any reason to prepare for UPSC. Don't prepare. Do something else with your life. UPSC is just a job, people. Understand? It is only a job. Alright. Which only probably less than 1% of the people get to do it every year. In other words, there are more than 99% other jobs are there in this country. Go for that. What are the best news channel? Don't waste your time in news channel. News channels are again highly wastage of time. For a conflict between national interest versus Aluminium, how will I frame the answer? How will I frame the answer means national interest. Mining is a national interest. I agree. But the fact of the matter here is we will end up having unsustainable cities. So considering Delhi's current AQI, destroying Aravali Hills even by an inch, even by an iota, can actually be very detrimental to the life in Delhi. People who are living in Delhi. Delhi is literally a gas chamber. Correct. So you will have to prioritize what? Prioritize Delhi's lifestyle there. Delhi there. So Delhi, if you have to protect the capital city, you have to protect, obviously, you need to check out other places of mining. You need to look for other alternatives. Because if Aravali Hills are completely removed over there, or even if it is destroyed partially, the impact that is going to happen on Delhi is huge. Okay. You're welcome, BBC Bhargav. Attaran Kadicho, sir. Avas IAS UPSC. Some 7 o'clock I am standing here. Did you see me going and having my food? Mr. Einstein. Udit Adyama. Udit Daima. 9793. Take out last 5 years question paper of IBPS. Find out how many questions came from static portion. Find out how many questions came from dynamic portion. And let me be very honest to you, in an IBPS exam, there is a limitation to which you can score in GK. You have to score, it is easier to score more marks in maths, logical reasoning and English comprehension. Please remember that. Because GK, it is 50-50. Because the questions can come from current affairs, can come from anything. Even they can ask you, when did French Revolution occur? Who was responsible for initiating French Revolution? Such very specific questions you will get over there. No matter how much you prepare, out of 25 questions, you'll be only able to give 15 questions maximum. So I would suggest spend most of your time with maths, logical reasoning, and English section. They will start, Harshita. So where to find Jan 1 to 3 news explanations? I could not find in. It is there. It is mixed in this. It is some are there in the last class. This news, this contains few topics from there. Few topics. International relations based strong. See, people don't, again, these are all wrong priorities. What is there in the paper, follow it up. That's all that is needed. Beyond that, don't try to do too much of research. It is none of your business or concern. Any topic where you do extra preparation, which has got nothing to do with the PYQ or even the current affair, you risk ending up becoming a faculty or a content creator. Clear? See, I was, first of all, decide you're going to do self-preparation or you're going to do coaching. If you're going to do self-preparation for UPSC, check out the NCRT videos on polity, geography, and economics, which is available in the same channel, PWOnlyIAS English YouTube. That you have been participating in competition. Impact in my preparation. Preparation, I don't think, maybe because I'm a fast reader. I can read very fast. That is there because of all the speeches that I gave or elocutions, extempors, whatever I have been preparing, I can read things very fast. That is there. Whether it helped in my preparation, I don't know. Maybe at a subconscious level, it would have helped. I'm not denying it. Interview stage, definitely yes, because I never had this, like if I start talking, I always have that starting trouble that even I have today also. Before the class, I'll always get a little nervous. But once I start, then I'm in full swing. Then I'm not bothered by nervousness, stage fright or anything. So that I think it has all to do with my school, college level competitions. Best strategy. Best strategy is analyze the PYQs, read the repeatedly asked topics, study them very well. Then attempt the PYQs, find where you are going wrong, revise it again and again. That's the only thing. But most importantly, keep a proper timetable. Each session, preparation of NEET or JEE should be minimum 2 to 3 hours. One session. Continuous 2 or 3 hours, you should sit. Then a break. Then another 3 hours. Then break. Another 3 hours. That is the way to do it. Current affairs for SSA. No shortcuts. I already told you, there are no shortcuts for that. Some in academies are there which releases these PDF. Like who is the chairman of SEBI? Who is the chairman of SBI? They release a PDF, some 250, 5,000 questions, etc. You can download it and prepare for it. That is what I did. That is what I did actually. Downloaded those PDFs and kept reading 10 questions every day by hearting it. But I was the chairman of... That's it. That's all you can do there. Take care, Ayushi. NCRT complete करने के बाद advance के लिए क्या follow करें? You finish it off first. In again in this PWOnlyIAS YouTube English channel, there is a video by Harpreet Sir, which are the book list to be followed. All right, follow that. Watch that video. Get those books. Why should I live? Your initial question was why should I prepare UPSC? Now it is why should I live? You have to find it out. You have to find it out. Nobody else can help you there. Answer, if you ask me why am I living, I am living for myself. Please understand. I am no good to my wife, I am no good to my son if I am dead. So I am living. I am no good to my wife, I am no good to my son if I am useless. So I am working. I am no good to my academy. I'm no good to my students if I'm not updated and if I don't do a decent job with whatever I am doing. So I am working hard. These are my answers. I have a purpose to live, multi-purpose to live. All right. Because I love myself. I care for myself. For me, my peace of mind matters more than anything else in this world. Because if I have peace of mind, if I am healthy, only then I can take care of the people around me. If I am weak, if I sit and do rona dhona, sit and cry, I am useless to everybody. People will give me sympathy the first day, the second day. Afterwards, they'll be like, "Arey, he's a weak guy. He's a, what is it? Chomu, I think is the word that is used in Hindi. Correct? I don't want to be that guy. I would rather prefer people to call me, he's very arrogant, he's very rude, he looks very serious always. I prefer that. Because I don't have time for nonsense. That is the reason. Yes, Ayushi, Kajal, Saksham, Tisha, Shakira Haq. Take care. Pabad optional kaisa rahega? It will depend upon how much effort you put. Sonam. Are Arjun, stop asking the same question again and again. Monumental, absolutely na monumental. Look at the sort of comments that we are getting here. Why should I leave? Why should I take UPSC? And all sorts of faltu questions. See, people have made a huge issue out of this exam. This is again and again I'm telling you, go through the PYQs, get to know which are the topics, start preparing, start writing. Repeat. This is all that is there for any competitive exam. The problem here is that people are looking for a one-stop solution. Like those fake videos, what they say, within 6 minutes, within half an hour, you can get a six-pack. From where the hell that is possible? Six-pack is only developed if your body fat starts going down below 20, then it starts coming down below 15, then it goes below 10, 6 becomes visible, 8, the 8th pack. It's almost, you can see, almost, but not clearly visible. This is the way. You need to bring down your body fat percentage. You should increase your muscle mass density. That takes time. That takes effort. There is no one-stop solution. It's consistent, diligent effort. There is no shortcuts. Participating in marathon as my hobby, sir. If you are doing it, you can put it. YouTube is enough for preparing. Tejaswini, I cannot give a guarantee for that. I don't know about the quality of the YouTube content here. You can get most of the content online. That I will agree. Online, it is available. There is no doubt. We are not teaching some Greek or Latin, which is not there in any textbook. Nothing like that. The coaching advantage is just that, let us say, if you are doing something by your own, it may probably take you, 4-5 months just with one subject, just to know which books to refer, what to read, what not to read. When you go for coaching, a faculty will do that for you already. That's a simple thing. For example, PubAd as an optional when you take, it's very difficult because multiple textbooks, some textbooks only 1 page or 2 page information you need. But for that, you will have to read the whole textbook to know what is relevant and what is irrelevant. If you take my class, what is the advantage? Within less than 6 months' time, I'll wind up the syllabus for you. That's it. That is the advantage with coaching. Coaching will reduce your time. Your job, even when you join for coaching, is not that, oh, coaching is there, now I will clear. No. Take down notes. Ask your doubts. Don't generate backlog. Attend every class religiously. First attempt, whether you clear or you don't clear, you shouldn't compromise on making notes. That's the point. How to start answer writing? Start. ITI jobs in public service UPSC. I don't know Channa Manjunath. I am not aware of it. Interview tips for UPSC. My attempt is in 29. या खुदा 4 साल की बात की कहानी है. After 4 years, you may reach the interview board. We will see then. Then we will see. If I am alive that time, I will tell you. One motivation to push yourself daily after a lot of failures. From personal experience, like I've told a million times, teaching is something I have been doing since I was in school. During 12th standard board exams also, my friends used to come to my home and I used to teach them, be it physics, be it maths, chemistry, I don't remember. Physics and maths, I remember teaching them. They passed also, just in case if you're asking. So teaching is something which was naturally it comes to me. Can you monetize it? That means can you charge a payment for it? Can you earn money from it? Yes, then do it. Your interest is something which will not generate any money for you, then find something else. Bottom line is, the answer to all failures is what? Financial independence. Start earning a buck. Okay, buck is dollar. Start earning your rupee. Start earning your own money. That is the only way to get ahead in life. Other than that, nothing. This I read. Unknown 19190. CAPF, what do you for strategic? Even reading them 10 times, I can't even remember. My SSC, GK, GS is unpredictable. Unknown one, you have to read it again and again. That's it. If I ask you who is the first Prime Minister of India, you will not say Mahatma Gandhi, right? You will answer it as Jawaharlal Nehru. Why are you able to remember that static fact? Because you have been using it repeatedly. With GK, that is the only thing to do. Repeatedly keep reading it. Other than that, nothing. Repeatedly read it, repeatedly revise it. Other than that, nothing to do. Why it is so unpredictable? Well, we have a huge unemployment burden in our country. That is the reason. SSC will have to make it very, very tough and unpredictable every year. Personal Telegram ID to text you. That is what I gave initially. That is my personal Telegram ID. I came to meet you, Chandralaya. They said you did not come to PWOnlyIAS. They said he will not come. Now I want to meet you. As of now, I won't be coming to Chandralaya Offline Center because my days are really busy. I have a public administration class Monday to Friday, which is basically in the afternoon. And I have on Saturdays, I have this. So practically, I'm held up. So I won't be able to come there. As of now, with the current schedule that I am having, my commitments. What is success, Saraswati? What is success? See, I'll tell you one small, again, incident. So, my brother cracked SSB in his very first attempt. Okay. I was supremely jealous of him. Supremely jealous because he told me one day what, like, the notes that he made. So, you know this classmate notebook? Notebook will come now. Classmate notebook. So, one such notebook with lines. He told me this is the material he had prepared. I took the notebook. I opened it. Maybe hardly 50% of the notebook has been filled. The rest of the 50% is empty. I felt extremely jealous of my own brother. I was like, I have made more notes than this. I have studied more than him. I have more knowledge than him. Why did he clear? Why didn't I clear? Why is he successful? Why am I failure? All right. Now I'll tell you why that is a loser mindset. Yes, I was thinking like a loser there. Why I will tell you. My brother cracked SSB. I'm not telling that it is easy to crack. No. But SSB has its own rules, its own game. For SSB, there is a way to answer, the way to present yourself in front of the interview board, which my brother aced. Because he's a very calm individual. He thinks on his feet, like he's a quick thinker. He answers it, presents things in such a manner that nobody will find offense to it. Me, I'm not like that. The way sometimes I talk, it can hurt people, even though that won't be my intention. Sometimes I get a little irritated too fast. So I'll be like, I'll just blurt it out, I'll end it there. So if I were to prepare for SSB also, I probably won't crack it. So the mistake that I was doing here was, I was looking only at his success, comparing my effort for UPSC and comparing it with his effort for SSB. And then telling, see, he is so lucky. He cleared it. See, what is this? My life is like this. Problem was, I am focusing on his success more and my failure more. I was not thinking that what are my strengths. I never thought about it. What is my strength? Where can I ace? Teaching, public speaking, writing. That is my area. That is my forte. So except history and geography, I have literally taught all the subjects of UPSC. In Guwahati, Bhubaneswar, Noida, Bangalore, Mangalore, Chennai, Madurai, Coimbatore, Hyderabad. In a career literally spanning 11 years, I have taught all the subjects. From GS1 to essay, ethics, everything I have taught. My strong area it is. Because I was thinking, I made so much of notes, I didn't clear, he cleared. God is so unfair with me. My hard work, what I put in GS 1, 2, 3, 4, it reflected in my teaching career. So, bottom line again, we are going back to that same point. You focus on yourself only, you will get to know what are your strengths, what can you do. You keep comparing yourself with, oh, that fellow became an overnight success, this person became success, that person is lucky, this person has everything in life. You will even sink further because you are not looking into yourself. Got the point? You are getting into this trap where you are going down, 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 down and down with all this negative thoughts. So what will end up happening is you will be very jealous oriented. In fact, I will tell you, I was having that loser mindset for quite some time. I always used to belittle my brother initial days. I would tell her, for him what? You became so lucky. One sector only you became lucky. What did you study? What did you prepare? Initially, I used to mock him. That is a loser mindset. I was having that. Later, I started introspecting. I mean, why am I doing it? Why the hell am I doing it? He has worked hard. I cannot compare his hard work and my hard work and say mine is more. Why? Because I have more notes. What logic is that? He is smart enough where he doesn't have to prepare because SSB doesn't require ratification. SSB requires a clear military mindset, which my brother is having. That is why he cracked it in first go without coaching. He didn't go for any coaching. That means he had that military mindset from before. It's just that he didn't realize it. So don't develop that loser mindset. Winner mindset is, okay, what next? What can I do now? What will I do now? What can I do now? Loser mindset is, oh, they are lucky. Oh, why? Stop thinking like that. Be selfish. Be self-centered. Look into your strengths. Work on them. The more you work on your strength, your weaknesses will come down. Smart work or hard work? Work. Some work you do. More than enough. Diligently work, man. Consistently work every day. All these monikers, smart work you should do, hard work you shouldn't do. You will realize how to work smartly only when you know what your theory is. So initially, probably I used to take more than 6 months, probably 6 months to finish PABAD syllabus. Then later, as I started studying it more and more, I felt, I can combine 3-4 topics. Why should I do it separately? 3, 4 combine, then I can present it properly rather than going by the order in which it is given in the textbook. So what happened? It became smarter. My classes became a little more shorter in duration. So in less than 6 months' time, I'm able to wind it up. That's it. Anything you have to do, your grasp on that subject should be strong. I'm not just talking about theory, anything. Shivam, I am not responsible for it. Allahabad board has that history. Even we didn't know. My brother also didn't know. After he came out of it, when he started telling, genuine military officers will ask, okay, which board? They will ask, it was Allahabad. They will be like, Allahabad board you cleared. First attempt. Impressive. Then my brother, when he heard it from 2, 3 places, he was like, sir, with your permission, can I ask you a question? Then he'll be like, yes, go ahead. Sir, why Allahabad? Because it's known as this center, rejection center. Oh, okay. They don't select people like that. 13 vacancies are there. They will select 4. They will chuck the rest. Even if vacancies are there, they won't select. That year it happened. Engineering vacancies were there, some 20, 25. They did not even select one candidate. That is army's thing. Army needs the right person. They don't get it, they'll be like, we don't want. We will not fill vacancy for the sake of filling it. Yeah, I have heard of it, Ankita Bandari. He's having a good personality knowledge. He didn't make it, but be respectful. Remember, you have to have a military mindset. Don't be too honest also. That is also there. Be very diplomatic. Know what to tell and what not to tell. It's an art. How to reduce unemployment situation in India, especially in rural areas? How will I come with a solution? See, as I have said earlier, if everybody in the country prepares for UPSC, for which everybody wants to become an IAS officer, where there are less than 150 seats, unemployment will be high. The same thing applies for doctors, engineers, and every profession, because people want only that white-collared, respectful job. The so-called respected job. Everybody wants power. But instead, if everybody starts thinking, this is my strength, this is my asset, let me work on it, they will all become successful, they will all become employed. There are Instagram influencers who have made so many followers, so much of wealth they have generated just by doing mamuli things, selling chai, selling pani puri, selling a sandwich, or being just a bodybuilder. That's the point. The only problem in our country is everybody wants only the A-class job. They don't want anything lower than that. So we will be having high unemployment. Nothing can help it. JEE dropper, can you please say motivation? Sit and study JEE dropper. Don't look for motivation. You are already dropped a year. So if you value your time, sit and study. Analyze the PYQs, make a timetable, stick to the timetable. Stay away from social media. Overcome from any addiction. Overcome. See, I don't know how to answer these questions, to be very honest. I just would say that you need to love yourself. Again, the answer is the same. So there was a time when I used to drink. Not that I was a drunkard, no. But at one point, I felt that it is going beyond a certain limit. It is going beyond a certain limit, because that is what happens when you start taking alcohol. Your body's threshold limit starts picking up. So one fine day I decided I'm not going to drink anymore, because the reason is the same, because I don't like to be vulnerable. I don't like it. I just dropped it. As simple as that. For me, it was this, because that is what I am. That is how I am. I would suggest, if I want to tell something to copy from me, I would suggest that. Have a very strong ego, where you are not ready to bend down or stoop down just for the heck of it, just to please somebody, satisfy somebody. Don't do that. Let go. Whatever it is, don't get attached to anything too much, which will come as a burden on you later. You should be able to cut off from it, whether it is man or material. I agree. Developing personalities won't come overnight. It will only come, through experiences. And experiences again, like you people are telling, how to stop overthinking, addiction, social media. Answer to all of this is one thing. Start earning. Put up a tuition, set up at least a tea shop, whatever. Something you start. Now people will be like, oh, he's asking us to start tea shop. See, this is the way a UPSC faculty. I have an engineer who is running a chai shop. Nothing fancy. 2 tables are there, 1 chair is there. What is he selling? Chai. And then what? That muska bun. A veg sandwich. I asked him, how are you doing? He said, just smiled. Then he said, by the grace of God, better. I said, have you reached your target monthly, what you had in your mind? Did you reach there? He said, that I have crossed long time ago. I said, great. So now what? No, I wanted to grow a little more. I said, you have a target in your mind? He said, yes. All the very best. Got the point. Person who values money will value time. Person who doesn't value money will not value time. Bottom line is that. Find one or the other way where you can earn money decently, honestly. Everything will fall in place. Keep speaking. Ram Gilwa, please visit the question papers. Then you will understand what is important and what is not. You skipped Jammu Kashmir Medical College case. All news are not important. Understand. All news. And generally when certain news come, I wait it out. Because this week if I tell, this happened, Vaishno Devi, next week what if Supreme Court brings a stay? Supreme Court brings some direction or government changes its stance. We need to see the final verdict. That we will pick up. Unnao rape case was going on since a very long time. I was waiting. Let it happen. Let it end. Aravali Hills was there in news for a very long time. I was like, let Supreme Court intervene and come with a conclusion now. Then I picked it up. Got the point here. US Venezuela also for a very long time I was like waiting. Now something has come up. Finally we are like, okay, now this much has happened. What next? Again we will wait. Understand. Pin to pin update. We are not running a news channel here. We will wait till the somewhere a conclusion gets. So that at least till this level it is done now. Now we are waiting for the next level. Then we will pick it up. PYQs, Odisha State PCS, as many as possible. Avjot Singh, start earning. Same thing. Procrastination and all, it is the same thing. See, you don't value time. That is a point. Time is money. Time is money. So if you are wasting it, please understand. It is, you have exactly 86,400 rupees every day. $1 million question is, are you using this to earn or are you using this to waste? By the way, that is 86,400 seconds, people. Arihar Sudan, please go sleep. Keep talking. How do I control sleep? Eat well, sleep well, drink water well. If you have been placed in TCS with 3.5 lakh per annum, Swaroop, please join the job. Tell me in 12th class, student offline class or online class is better for me. You complete your 12th, get into a college, then decide. Notes prepare. I know Binacle and we'll watch lectures. Notes, there is no preparation strategy. Each lecture, ask the lecturer what should be done. Whether we should take down the notes given in the PPT or whether we should, wait for the PDF. Ask your concerned faculty there. How to join your class, sir? My class, if you're talking about the comprehensive current affairs batch, it is available in PWOnlyIAS. Download the app. In the app, it is there. You can stick to monthly current affair because newspaper reading daily, it will take time. Okay. Now crazy questions are coming and that too spamming also. The remaining things, we will take it up next week. Take care, people.